It's a bit laggy. And I am not able to mess with that, but if I'm correct, yep, it's working nice. All right, let me have a seat. And it is time for the tournament to begin. All right, so, White Boy Zaine is just really feeling himself, frankly. He's just going completely crazy. Maso is trying his best. He's really doing everything he can, but this is going to feel weird for him, probably. Having non-dominant hand is a really weird matchup.
My host, wait, how does this...
They're both very disoriented. There goes the sword. Sword is already used.
Host is in Cyprus.
Oh god, his host is in Cyprus. All right, I can see why this might be a problem. All right, Maso tries to use an edge breaker there and drops it, and a more standard trade occurs instead.
This is...
Might need to adjust the camera.
My hand can't do that.
His hands are having problems, and oh, a beautiful strike right there, though. Whitebread takes a full brunt hit. He's just barely got his blade alive.
Have an awful...
I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. And oh, and that's a rough hit right there. That's gonna cause him to second wind. He's trying to second wind, I think. He's trying to second wind. He pulls the second wind. He also grabs ward. He's lagging a lot. The lag is occurring. That was still a good strike, but now Maso is now he needs to pull second wind. He does it. He manages to pull it off with other hand. Shield is used, and the outer edge crust, the crust of the shield, has been bitten off. This is complete, utter insanity. This is amazing. He tries to go above, and he gets punished. Brutally punished. He's not even at a critical parry. This might be it for Maso. This is a really rough one. Maso's feeling it. He jumps forward, and but that's an amazing hit. But it's still not over yet. Okay, Whitebread he has the edge breaker, though. Maso is trying to use the lever. He's trying to use the knife. He stabs him. He gets the stab.
This is so bad.
I'm so glad everyone here agrees. That everyone agrees that this is awful.
Wait, no, that's not how it goes.
They're absolutely... I'm glad that the vibes are on. And oh, a strike to the head. Speed. He figured out the strategy. Go above you. He's got to rotate his hand upward to block the strike. I don't see how this is cheating. I think this is literally just a get better. I agree. Get good. And that's a waste of the edge breaker right there. An utter waste of it. I don't know if they're too quiet. That might be too quiet. Oh my god. Brutal hit. Absolutely brutal hit. It is not looking good for Whitebread right now. Maso is just struggling to pull. I think he's trying to do edge breaker, or not edge breaker, ward. I think he's trying to do something. Maybe, oh wait, he already did use it. Oh, nice. Again, his gauge is still just barely alive. I'll definitely want to move the camera in a moment, because it's definitely not in the best position. But, oh. That is... He might have picked a... He's figured it out. He's figuring out. Maso takes a huge hit. He has to try and use... He tries to use second wind, but he can't figure it out. And he lags. He lags the fuck out. He lags out. He's lagged out. Maso's lagged out. Maso, no. No, Maso. Stop saying no, 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 no. This is ridiculous. I think, guys, I think we might... Oh, is he back? His model's back, but I don't know if his voice is. So please just restart the game. We're free. I'm fucking crying, dude. Oh my god. I'm fucking crying, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't know. I think he lagged out, yeah. No. No. Get good. I'm sorry. I think, what was that? Are we gonna call that? Are we gonna call that a loss on Maso? Not the whole match loss on Maso, but like, if we restart, are we gonna have it so you're down 2 and he's down 1? I think that makes sense. Personally, I know that was complete and utter cacophony. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm agreeing. Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page. Okay. Also, I turned down the desktop audio a bunch because I didn't want the no to. By the way, stream fully caught that. By the way, stream fully caught that no cable. The numbers, I'm very sorry to tell you if I was a fart. I'm finally able to sit down and look at the stream. I'm very sorry I'm not able to look at the stream, by the way, guys. This is complete utter insanity. I really should be checking this. So much lag. I'm really hoping that was fixed. Wait for him, please. Yeah. Can you please fix the numbers? Yeah, they're just kind of fucked like that. I don't know what to tell you. The numbers have always been a bit fucked on the stream layout. I've dealt with it for a while. It's one day I'll probably figure it out. Okay, hold on. Are you back? Hold on, wait. I hear. Excellent start. Great job, guys. I think we'll restart it, but yeah, standard stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me. I suppose you guys can hear me. I can't. Why can't I fix this? Okay. Either way, I'm having issues with getting the mic turned off. So yeah, take the health off each other. I'm trying to remember how to hit the menu button on. Hold on. Wait. No, I'm not. On when I'm in spectator mode. I don't know if I can mute myself.
He's breathing so loudly. Don't ward up. Just let me stab you, please.
Okay, let me just sit down. Let me yeah, while they're resituating, let me also resituate to this fight. Okay, yeah, that stream delay is heavy. Now it's getting updated. All right, anyways. Are we back in position? No, all right. One more less. It's so funny though. All right. The match has been fixed, quote unquote. I don't know if you'd call it that, but we'll call it that. If you guys can still hear me, I apologize because I cannot get this thing muted. I guess mute the stream. Do your best.
We can still hear you. It's fine.
Awesome.
Please stop breathing that
All right, fight continues. Maso pulling out the edge breakers and dives forward. Okay, there it is, and we're over. Awesome. Thank you, Maso. Very cool. I think this is his host. Oh no, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Lag-wise, you guys doing okay? Okay. All right. Yeah. Knock each other away.
Get away from me.
I feel like okay. All right. Get you guys situated, and then get ready to do your.
Let's tap.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys.
Tap me again, please, for the love of God. What was that? What did you recalibrate?
That was an evil recalibrate. Oh goodness. Also, it just was the camera is completely boned. I gotta refix the camera. Okay. Hopefully this should be easy. Okay, here we go. All right, the fight begins. Maso lunges forward. Remember, they both got the spins, and he doesn't have to spin during the sword clash, but he is deciding to. The lag is immense, and okay, I think Whitebread is putting on the extra finesse. I don't think he needs to do that. Yeah, it's after every sword clash directly, like Maso's doing. He's now trying to do a jumping jack. He's the jumping lag, very impressive. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna let him. He's honestly cursing himself, frankly, with the jumping jack. So I think I'll just let this happen because I mean he also seems to be incorporating the spins either way. Maso, all right, keeping up the spins. Huge damage taking by Whitebread. He's swapping to the. Why am I saying he's swapping? He's at Edgebreaker. Maso's taking out those Wakazashis and he's just playing them around in a hope to get it, and he does get it. Very nice job. Whitebread has lost all of his abilities, and Maso is looking healthy on the blade. This is not looking good for him. Oh God. Again, another pretty bad strike by Whitebread, and they're clashing. They're getting ready. They rush at each other. Spin to win. Maso spinning. There you go. There's spin to win. Good job, guys. Oh God, Maso pulls out the second win, and Whitebread lunges forward. Doesn't get the strike. Whitebread's going low, trying to go. He's literally low to the ground. Maso looking for a strike, and he gets the strike. Oh my God. I think. It's glad to be back. It's so stupid. Maso grabs ward immediately and uses Edgebreaker immediately. Oh God. I think Whitebread's really just committing to the spin to win. But he's not winning right now, so I don't know how well that fits. That's a strike right there with the sword. He is spinning even harder. I think because he hears me. Pretty bad strike awaken-wise for good old Maso. Maso took a shit ton of damage there. Big spin there. And just all-around large damage. But I think, honestly, I'm wondering when it's just going to collapse from complete exhaustion from spinning, from the mental exhaustion and the physical exhaustion, frankly. Anyways, big strike. Big strike by Whitebread. Maso, you gotta keep spinning. Keep spinning to win. Another spin, folks. Come on. Nice spins. All right, Whitebread takes another loot, breaks the blade. Maso's looking around. He's using the wakizashi. He's swapping back to the main blade. He does a lot of spinning with the blades in itself, and a huge hit all around. But all around, I feel like Whitebread came out worse for wear after that one, and now he's just throwing around the fucking small version of it, and he gets a hit. Maso hits something in real life, likely hurting himself. That's bad. Anyways, they're debating what to do in this situation, and all right, the fight's begun. The wakizashi's out, and the wakizashi is wasted.
Oh dear, that's an air filter. That's bad.
He has punched an air filter. Impressive work, Maso. He is, I think, setting up, trying to figure out what to do. Frankly, he's actually at risk of slashing Whitebread with the sword, considering how he's walking forward. I would recommend that Maso put the sword away so that doesn't happen. And Maso has
How
killed
do you
him.
fix this?
That's a great question, frankly. I think, first off, Whitebread, I feel like you should just be the classic tap away. Oh my goodness, he's throwing. No, Mace. All right, Mace, are you good? I think Mace's good now. We're not going to question the strange legitimacy of this fight. We're not going to question the strange legitimacy of this fight, frankly. We're just going to let this happen, frankly. Anyways, the fight continues. Whitebread's got the pops ward and gets struck. Maso's trying to look for an opportunity with the edgebreaker, grabs the wakizashi, and uses a pretty meaty strike, but honestly, that's wasn't the greatest edgebreaker in the world. I don't think he did drop it, my bad. Now he's actually trying to use the edgebreaker. He's correcting me in real time. And a big hit right there. Almost breaks the blade, but doesn't quite get it.
You want my edgebreaker? You want my edgebreaker?
They want their edgebreaker. They want to trade edgebreakers. I don't think. I'm not.
Not into my skull, basically.
And he tries to put it into his chest, but it doesn't work. Breaks the blade, and that's not looking too good. And Maso's having some sort of IRL conundrum, and gets struck. A very good hit by Maso, I think unintentionally, frankly. And now the slower sword. I've been completely forgetting about the spins. I hope you guys have been spinning to win, because this might be it. And Maso goes low and finishes him off. Maso, please spin to win. Appreciate it, Maso, even though we were definitely not. I feel like there was a lot of insanity there, so I appreciate you guys. Great job, Maso. Maso has won. All right, and here we are. Camera is hopefully fixed. Hopefully. It's going to be a bit of a delay till you guys see it. All right, the fight has properly begun. Bozafar one stock down, playing duelist. Drazoey, Drazoey is one stock down. Bozafar just have to try to use the backwards sword. He's using, I'm assuming the thing is backwards. Well, if he's using it backwards, I'm assuming he's doing something with holding it outwards. Which is valid. I'm assuming the way he's holding it is a valid way to play. I'm gonna hope he's not just doing the funnies. I'm pretty sure, yeah, like the way he's holding. Yeah, no, he's definitely doing something funny with it. All right, hold the sword. Drazoey's popped ward, tries to strike low. Bozafar gets. I feel like looked like it was almost gonna get the shield, but it wasn't. Didn't get the shield. Drazoey's swinging the swords around, swinging swords back and forth. There's a bit of a feint, and that's the dagger, right? Yeah, strikes the dagger for about only 23 damage. Quite of a waste of it, I'd say. So now it's just down to the main blades, I'd say. I don't know. I think Drazoey still has their little sword. Either way, and a strike low and a strike backwards. Bozafar gets the kill. Drazoey, even though has the ability to play normally, still rough, I'd say. Still pretty rough. All right, Drazoey is using up ward again, grabbing edgebreaker, swinging the sword around, goes in another feint. A much better oriented feint as well than the last one, and gets a beautiful strike on Bozafar. All right, there, Bozafar is trying to, I think, figure out how to fucking play duelist backwards, and or duelist with, yeah, it's holding it like a dagger essentially. Both charging their edgebreakers, both lunge at each other, and the host advantage. Wow, Drazoey gets the knife hit, wastes it completely. Back to edgebreakers, and Drazoey has ward, jumps out, gets beautiful, wastes the edgebreaker perfectly with the short dagger. Bozafar just has to get one lucky hit here, but one lucky hit might be too much. We'll have to see. Lunge forward and a huge hit. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Drazoey just ate shit completely. Bozafar taps the ward. The ward is gone. It was going to be gone either way. So frankly, that was not much of an attack. But Bozafar is looking pretty good. But he was not anticipating the host strike. He was too aggressive there. Lunged way too hard. And Drazoey punished perfectly. All right. Last round. It's down to the wire on this one. Both set up. Bozafar's got the edgebreaker. They were starting edgebreakers again. And again, the ward And this time it's not wasted. The short sword was used, and it wasn't really. It was, and the edgebreaker was dropped beforehand. Though they're both using edgebreakers. Was trying to use the shield. He's backing up. He's not working. And then, oh my goodness, so much movement there that the camera could barely even fucking capture it. They're really edging the edgebreakers, and it's an edgebreaker trade. Beautiful stuff of work. All right, Drazoey's ward is popped. Bozafard is an absolute demon, it seems, with these lunges. So he's got to be careful. And a slight tap. Slight tap. Not much damage. Well, actually, not much damage. About equal damage to both players. It's looking rough. Drazoey, lag. Oh my goodness. Lag of the century. And it doesn't go well for Drazoey. He loses a big chunk of HP. Bozafard activates ward. Oh, this is going to look close. And, oh, that's another big lunging hit. And another big hit as far as, I mean, to be honest, not really actually. I'd say it was a big hit. They still haven't got each other. And jumps forward and breaks the blade. Bozafard still has energy in there. Using the ward. The ward is giving them a lot of leverage to make a lot of risky plays that they were getting punished for before. And another pretty solid strike, I'd say. The ward is gone, though. Bozafard has to be careful. But they've both been very good at these lunges and these last second stabs. There's always playing that shield close to his heart. The lunges forward and a very, very nice strike. Completely shatters the blade. Bozafard gets the second wind. And now lunges downward. And oh my god, a huge hit. I'm hearing Discord pings. I don't know who's messaging me. I really hope it's not like someone burning alive or something. Anyways, they're both at critical parry point. This is crazy. He still has the knife. I just realized Bozafard still has the knife, and he's been holding it low. They both pop their critical parries, and so now this is it. No abilities are left. The shield, the knife, a big sword strike, and oh, that's a lot of hurt. But it looks like there's also a lot of awaken damage, and another big hit. They're both right down to the wire. In this situation, Bozafard, well, no, actually, because the shield can block. Oh boy, this is going to be tense. They both strike forward, and they both lose their blades. It's Drazoey with the shield versus Bozafard with the knife. Bozafard, okay, Drazoey has no way to kill, but Bozafard just has to not waste it. He can't waste it. He jumps forward, and he gets the stab. Beautiful work. Oh my goodness, Drazoey, I'm not sure how well he's taking that one. No, Drazoey has access to neither ward or edgebreaker, just the regenerative abilities. Swords beginning, and Bozafard wastes the edgebreaker immediately on the crust of the shield. A big strike forward, and I need to move the camera back because that was not enough room I thought. All right, Bozafard grabs ward. They are taunting each other currently. Bozafard is being an absolute dick right now and seemingly playing down. Maybe I should make the way even like more brutal. That'd be even funnier. Anyways, that's for next time. Anyways, the fight continues. Bozafard low strike, and I feel like he's just taunting him at this point. Drazoey is definitely, I feel like, missing the use of his tools right now, and a huge hit right there. Both an awake. Oh my goodness, both took huge hits, but Bozafard. It seems like he slapped his knee like he was laughing at a funny joke, and Drazoey keeps the blade alive, but Bozafard pops his, grabs the second wind,
Top 10 Bozafard plays.
and drops and jumps forward, and a beautiful deep strike. And that's going to cause Drazoey to a second wind right now, and Bozafard is low on the blade, but he's not at a critical parry point. Drazoey wants to get a swift kill. It's got to be here, and oh, that's not good. That's critical parry point. He risked it for all the biscuits, and it's not going to work. Oh, they're just trying to stab each other at this point. A very nice hit by Bozafard, but it does get canceled out by the fact that he was not having enough awaken. And they go low, and Bozafard just gets the better hit there.
I thought I could get good lunge in. Brother, I've thought about using like wards so many times right now.
He's really having to resist. It's actually quite impressive. Zoe, I'm proud of you. You're doing good. Anyways, Bozafard, the fight continues, and very low hit, and Bozafard eats all the awaken damage. Just not good. And a pretty mediocre sword hit, to be honest, as far as health goes. But Bozafard is once again on pretty much the loser's edge of that. This is a very interesting fight to watch. Very few changes. Bozafard jumps forward with an edgebreaker, and a weak edgebreaker that was. Can't tell if some of this stuff is intentional as Bozafard's messing with him, or if Bozafard is just not good. Anyways,
you did it.
huge awaken drop by Drazoey. Loses all the blade health, but still manages to keep it alive. That's some luck right there. Bozafard is digging in the ground, and a big strike by both. Is that going to cause? All right, Bozafard goes for it, grabs second wind.
Family of 17.
Drazoey's begging for his life, pulls out the short sword and the shield and is waiting to try to make a use of it. He gets 20 damage,
Hey,
quite
20
the value.
damage.
He tried to use, he almost used ward.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He almost used ward. That would have been really funny.
I was celebrating. I almost activated.
And oh, that's a huge hit.
Maybe use it.
Now he's using, he didn't want to, he wanted to try to get as much value as he could out of it. He got some value. I wouldn't really call that much value. A bit of lag and a bit of pain.
This is not. This is not good.
I agree with Drazoey. This is really not good for him. And a big strike forward. He's sitting on the ground. I feel like he's slightly given up. I wonder why, to be honest. I feel like he really has this fight close. Bozafart is taunting again, and a very low strike. Oh boy. At this point, Drazoey is effectively out of abilities, and Bozafart knows it. He is being rude, mean, and inconsiderate, and he strikes the blade away. And
You know, there's still one possibility in this situation.
I really don't think there is, frankly, but you know, it's funny either way.
I still
So
have one chance.
one chance, doing it out of
Still one
boredom,
chance.
Is that glitch still in the game?
and he gets it.
Yeah.
Ah, poor man.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Anyways,
I didn't expect
fight.
to do well in this tournament.
and that's
because
fair.
I'm washed. I haven't played the game in over 2 months since EBI.
That's not a good thing for doing good in a tournament, but you know, I'm glad he's at least honest about it. Anyways, the fight continues, and a huge awaken hit there. Actually, not even. Actually, I gotta stop saying huge. But that was a pretty solid edge breaker, I'd say. Not the craziest thing in the world, but pretty solid, and that's a bit big. That's a bit better.
Stop
Huge
it! You're
hit.
playing well.
Drazoey is upset. Seemingly, I don't get it. Frankly, I think he's got this fight in the bag. Jumps forward, and oh, there goes the blade. But Bozafart also eats a
Can't tell if
huge
I'm
awaken
happy
hit.
with that or sad with it.
We're feeling some mixed emotions here, but Bozafart has a bit of lag and a big, very nice strike with the short sword and pops the blade. Bozafart is gonna save the second wind. Say that's the right play. Looking for some hits. Swinging the sword around. Goes low. Lunges. Drazoey was very lucky that he just sort of didn't even have the awakening, because otherwise that would have been the easiest kill in the world. And again, the shield saving some life. I feel like Drazoey is being taunted.
Oh, shoot.
A big sword strike,
Should be the
and
one
that's
laughing. Oh no.
and that's a big loss on him. He should probably he's already used second win. He's got critical parry. He gets a nice strike though as a retaliation, and now Bozafart is considering using the second wind, and that's it.
Ow, that hurt.
I think Bozafart had a slight advantage there by having legendary blade, but hey, that's the wheel for you. Alright, good enough. Get Penguin also. Let's get the names in there. Alright, the fight begins. Alright, Penguin is swinging around those swords. Kern is striking in the middle. And, alright, about an even trade for the most part. Although it's definitely, Penguin's got a lot of health to work with the double blades. Tries to pop some edge breakers or really evade the edge breaker. And a claw-like strike hits tons of damage to Kern. Okay, let me update the things. I'm just going to type in Penguin for him. I missed that strike. I'm going to miss a few strikes. I apologize. Penguin, Kern, and then reset the score, update. Okay, alright, good enough. I should move the camera in. Alright, big hit there. Kern is feeling the pain. Bring out the knife. Consider bringing the knife. Secondaries, looking at the secondaries. Considering the recharge. Jumps forward. A very nice hit all around, health-wise. I believe that was the dagger, I think that was the dagger that got that hit. Pulls off the second wind. AngryPenguin is flaunting that edge breaker. Very nice axe trade. Beautiful axe trade. Wow. Literally up there is God's grace axe trade. Can't get much better than that. And all around, solid strike both ends, but definitely hurting Kern a bit more. Kern still has the back blade, and still not allowed to use the no edge breaker or war, which does not seem like they've used either, which is good. It's hard for me to tell the signals here. Yeah, that's worse. I apologize for messing with the camera. Anyways, all right, low strike there. The second wind was used earlier, and so now Kern is trying to use an opportunity. Strikes up, strikes low. There's a lot of misdirection, and gets struck all around. AngryPenguin takes round one. Could not use the small blade, but yeah. All right, Kern. Fight's re-beginning. And claw-like strike, and oh, big damage right there. AngryPenguin is doing a bit of a jumping jack motion. It's hard to tell, to be frank, honestly. Swords swinging. Strike, and another big damage. Kern is having to use second wind. Second wind there. Takes out the small sword. Is looking for an opportunity, and ooh, gets it wasted. That's rough. All right, swinging their blades around. AngryPenguin pops ward, trying to keep himself safe. The dagger. He's used a nice dagger strike. I mean, that's actually all around. That's a pretty solid dagger strike as far as the health goes. Big health loss, down to half health for Penguin. And, ooh, that's rough. Penguin is also feeling the pain, I think. Might be empathetic.
My stupid hand on my fan.
Or he did that. We've got 2 matches so far where someone's hit their hand on something. It's a strange trend, frankly. That's happened so far in this tournament. First, Maso hit this hand on an air conditioner, and now Penguin hit his hand on a fan. AC units are just feeling the pain this tournament. Anyways, just barely doesn't break the blade. He's always swinging the swords around, trying to make use of that edge breaker, and the edge breaker is wasted on the axe. Another nice axe trade. All right, Kern is trying to use the secondary and gets a literal 1 damage, and they are out of options. Unfortunate. That's how the cookie crumbles. Are they gonna try to fist bump? Very cool. Blah, 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 blah. And strike. To the abdomen, of course. All right. Heading in for round 3. Penguin's doing some jumping jacks. He's trying to swan dive, I think. I'm not sure exactly. It's a strange technique he's pulling off. He's pulling it off eloquently. Anyways, fight rate begins. Kern is swinging the sword around. Same figure 8 motion. Strikes first, and not great damage all around for Kern. But that's what we expect here. Fight with Persians, always a scary one. Again, the knife trades have been on point, I'd say, for the most part. Which has been important. Knife trades have been very, very good. So is the axe trades. Kern's have to make use. All tools in their arsenal. And pretty even trade, I'd say. The fight is winding down. Penguin has the advantage here. Kern is definitely feeling the lack of the safety bubble of the ward and the power of the edge breaker. They are hurting right now. And it goes, not the great strike, but both their blades are still just barely intact and are going to regenerate. Kern is considering maybe using the secondary, but not gonna. And oh my god, these strikes are such low damage. Still, no blades are broken. We're probably gonna see a broken blade here, one way or the other. And both swords break, mostly in favor of Kern though, and well, out of favor of Kern. Kern has to immediately use second wind. AngryPenguin's popping edge breaker, ward, and another beautiful axe trade. Axe trades again. Mwah. All right, Kern is trying to keep the pressure up, and big damage again. Kern is down to a critical parry, and the scimitar. My brain is forgotten at this point what the blades are called. Fair enough. Pops second wind. Looking for a way to make it work, and there goes the secondary blade. That's rough. Penguin is probably gonna have to finish it off here soon. And I'd say an even trade, but all around, Penguin's gonna pop second win here, keep the pressure up, and Kern takes a bunch of damage, but also does a bunch of damage back. But Kern is down to the smallest part of the blade. This might be it. It's time to find out, and there goes the blade, and that is a loss for Kern. Penguin takes round 1. Yeah, fair enough. And strike. Kern did good. With what we had to deal with, Kern did good. We just lose the stock. Very cool. All right, the fight can begin.
Here we go.
Kern's is probably gonna feel a bit weird for Kern with offhand, but let's see how it works. Let's see how it goes. Penguin is now set up. Penguin's holding that axe up high, using it as a defensive tool likely. Strange sword clash, and I'd say about even health split right there. Penguin grabs ward. Kern does have access to that now. I feel like Kern's gonna have to take him notice, and that's a lot of pain right there. I think they're trying trying to do your second wind is a little bit tough with the wrong hand. It's always rough. Second wind is a little bit of a pain, to be frank. When you yeah, your hand, yeah, that's fair, Kern. Yeah, I agree. Your abilities do get pretty screwed up. Anyways, Penguin leveraging that axe yet again. Going for a big strike and that's a big pain right there. For both sides, actually. It's about equal, I'd say. But all around, no awaken much trading there. They're both trying to figure out what abilities they're using. Penguin pops ward, grabs edge breaker, and that's a bit of a save from, I think, one of the knives, I think it was the knife I just saved there. It's hard to tell. Kern's definitely still trying to figure out what abilities can work. And that's a lot of pain, a lot of damage. Try it again. Oh, almost gonna get it. Doesn't seem like it's gonna work. Okay. I was saying I have to probably pop a secondary or maybe pop a ward. Oh, that's a loss of the shield right there. Grabbing the swords out. Kern is going through them one by one. And that's a second. And that's the Edgebreaker gone as well. Everyone has all their regeneration abilities. Kern has all of their abilities, but not exactly sure how to use all of them. And 6 damage. That's a painful thing to see. Kern is down to the main blade and is trying to figure out how do you do a second wind backwards. Frankly, I don't think many players know how to do that. And a lot of striking. And a critical parry, just barely. Penguin gets the second wind. It's last chance probably for Kern because I don't know if he can figure out the second wind immediately. And oh, that's a lot of damage. One more time. Come on, Kern. You got this. Or a ward. Who knows? Oh, and there goes the blade. Might have to, yeah, that's a rough one. Second wind always gets tricky on certain characters, and Pirate is one of the trickiest, in my opinion, Pirate has one of the trickiest second winds in the game to learn naturally, just because it feels like you're doing a goddamn JoJo pose when you're doing it for the first time. But that is that first round. Yeah, I wonder if Kurt is still thinking that they can't use their ward and Edgebreaker. I do wonder if they might be thinking that. I really hope they're not thinking that, because they can definitely use them again. But they don't seem to be making much use of it. Okay, oh no, figure out the Edgebreaker. Figure out the Edgebreaker. He's using the Edgebreaker. Big lunge and a big waste by the axe. God's greatest axe trade, as usual. Penguin once again still holding that axe up high in a defensive stance, ready to strike it down. Not even trying to hide it. And a big strike. Kern is feeling the pain. Ultimately, this is a match where Kern is a bit outmatched, which it happens, yeah. Like I said, I've randomized these brackets and seeds, so and Kern had to be a replacement for Tempex, who just isn't here today. So it's unfortunate, but yeah. Penguin grabs at the edge, and that is the fight. Kern did all they could, and I realized I probably should have swapped them around. Kern did the best they could,
GG's, Kern.
but that is all they can do. Camera needs to be fixed. Everything else is good. Viking is resetting calibration-wise. And it is up to, so Goose is sporting that first blade aesthetic.
But guess what?
Both setting up their weapons. Giantviking immediately pops ward.
It's okay.
And big strike.
Whoa,
55 awaken.
Wait.
Awaken.
I lost.
Giantviking.
You've lost. The game's already over.
But Goosenheimer's really got to figure out how to make this shitty ass awaken work. Is this the least amount of awakening in the game? Because Viking already has, I think, some of the lowest awaken you can get. He's got the axes. He's got secondaries. Viking cannot use their own secondaries. Big jump. This fight's insane. This fight's already stupid. Anyways, Goose loses the ward. Big strike right there. Frankly, he's not that far behind. Viking is upset. I repeat, Viking is upset. There goes an axe. Wait, was that secondaries? I don't think that was a secondary. Wait, was that a secondary? I can't tell if that was a secondary. If that was a secondary, then no, okay, it wasn't a secondary. I'm stupid. Anyways, pop second wind, and he just is trying to use the shield.
Watch this feint. Watch the feint.
Trying to do some crazy moves. Giantviking is pulling off the insanity and goes for the most standard ass attack. Giantviking is making this closer than it really has to be. And oh my god! Goose gets a kill with Legacy Viking. Whether Viking the Giantviking allowed it or not, I'm not sure, frankly. Anyways, the fight continues. Pops ward. And lunges forward. God's worst trade. I mean, genuinely, that was the best trade almost he could have gotten of a 99 damage attack strike. He's just straight up never going to win on Awaken. So he has to get the best strikes possible. Oh, the ward is gone. He's using... I'm turning down the volume a little bit. All the damage. Oh my god. They're doing unspeakable things to their mic right now. Alright, ward's coming out. Edgebreaker's also coming out. Trying for the axes. Viking is acting like an anime character and actually takes the best, actually genuinely the best axe trade, if only, but only the fact that he can't. He hits the shield, my favorite. Oh boy, energy is immaculate. Oh my god, Goosenheimer is actually the greatest. He's actually the greatest. Viking has to lock in now. Giant Viking actually has to lock the fuck in. He has to lock in and get 3 wins in a row. He has to lock the fuck in an imaginable form. Oh my goodness. Yeah, somehow matched awaken. It's not looking good for Viking. Viking is struggling, and Giant Viking falters to the first blade Viking. Wordplay. Let me sit down. Let me not sit on my controller, because that sitting on controller is not good for the controller's health. All right. The fight begins. Goose. So, right, this fight is going to be actually very normal. This fight's going to be a very normal Broken Edge fight until it gets down to that low health point. Which, speaking of which, we're speedrunning that because Viking just took the fattest of hits. Just barely avoiding hitting, breaking the blade. Both wards are popped. Giant Viking is toying with the Edge Breaker and eats shit. Oh, is my mic still on? Oh, yeah, no, it's not supposed to be on. Sorry, guys. I forgot to mute it. I apologize. I'm sorry. I can't turn it off because the thing's bugged. So you guys just have to, like, deal with it and get good. Genuinely. Anyways. Fight continues. I believe you. Yeah, you guys have to mute yourself. I'm sorry. Tap yourself. I'm so sorry. Anyways. Alright, fight continues. And a huge break there. That's going to be bad, but ultimately, remember, these weird regeneration rules might screw him up. Goose is looking for opportunity. And he was sheathing his blade, stroking his blade, and breaks the blade as well. Remember, critical parry first. What? Making a choice, and oh, that's rough. Goose takes 1 stock out. Ouch. He is reconsidering his life choices at a rapid rate. Live in front of you guys. This is great. Alright. Fight begins. Full health from both approaching. No abilities are being used. And strange strike, and he kind of fucks it up. But, frankly, the Awaken is still solid. And so, frankly, it's still an even trade. And Viking pops ward. He's looking for an opportunity. And, oh, that hurts. That's a lot of damage. Goose is choking for content. Choking out of his own choice. Anyways. Ward is... Oh, no, that's damage. Not that much damage. Viking is looking for a good opportunity. And, oh, there goes all of Viking's Awaken and all of his health. One blade is out completely. The second wind is going to need to be used. Maybe I should add a stipulation for this rule next time, no Persian, because this is definitely the best way to work around it. But for now, in the present sense of the rules, Viking has found his way around it. You still definitely, yeah, I see what you mean. Anyways, all right, gets critical parry. I think that was critical parry off. Either way, very impressive. Hard to tell. Viking has lost his blade and lunges forward, and no, he had it there. He got too greedy. He got too big and greedy. Sometimes I should just let them take my job, honestly, because I feel like they're doing a great job of it. Anyways, the commentating, back to it. All right, fight continues. They're yelling about poop, frankly. This is, yeah, anyways. Big hit there. Giant Viking is feeling the pain. All right. They're both laughing maniacally. I think they're kind of losing sense of what reality is at this point. Anyways, Viking mutes back up, or tries to mute back up. This fight sucks. I hate these two people. Anyways, huge hit there. Once again, they're laughing their fucking minds out. Giant Viking loses the ward. Edgebreaker's pulled out, and that's it for the content. Thank you, Giant Viking, for getting that W. You gotta get some cardio, both of you guys. You gotta get some workout. You guys both gotta get in shape. Remember, it's after the sword class. I have to get knocked away. So, all right, get that jumping jacks, boys. All right, nice job, nice work. Is it an AC unit? Because I swear to God, we've already had 2 AC units in some form hit. Fan and then an actual AC unit. Anyways, the fight continues. And all right, jumping jack, spin to win time. All around. Awesome. You're going to need a turkey sandwich after all this goddamn working out. Anyways, goes high, goes low, and a nice clash. All right, very nice. Honestly, I think a big part of this challenge is just trying to remember to do your goddamn actions at the end of it all. Very impressive still. You guys have done very good.
I don't remember because Hunter's going to be doing it.
True, yeah. So as long as you both are doing it, then it should make it easier. Big strike there. Giant Viking takes a pain painful hit right there. Pops ward. They're both looking for opportunities. And another big hit. Viking is selling hard. He is selling his future. All right. I agree. Why is he taking 200 damage? He jumps forward and gets a beautiful edge break hit. Oh my god, he is terrible. They both suck. All right, boys, get your jumping jacks, get your spins in. I say spins just for Viking because Viking has spins. Anyways, it's down. Viking is out of regeneration abilities, down to the smallest of blades, and that's it for round 1. I can't. This is top 5 funniest match I've watched at the very least. Top 5 funniest at least. Anyways, fight continues. All right, Goose grabs Edgebreaker, big fat Edgebreaker. I agree. All right, not much of a use for it though. That was a pretty big fat useless Edgebreaker. Anyways, Giant Viking goes in for a big strike. Edgebreakers are just being wasted left and right. Wasted like all the calories that are getting lost right now. Woo! All right, big hits there. I say big hits as a hyperbole because that was the tiniest hit I've ever seen in my life. I'm impressed, frankly. Frankly, I think the dizziness is going to get to him first, honestly. I think the dizziness is actually already lobotomizing him live on stream. Very impressive. Big hit right there. That would add to the evidence considering how poor that trade was. Damage is big, and Viking is feeling the pain. Big strike there, and a huge awaken drop. Losing all the health. Consider he's got to use a regeneration ability. It's gonna be cutting it close, and then all right, that could have been worse. That could have been so much worse if he didn't do it sooner. Another spin, another jumping jack, another way to barf while you're playing a video game. Looking for opportunity, swinging their swords around. They hit themselves on nothing on my end. At least it didn't look like anything hit, but you know that's the game. Oh boy, looking for a strike, and oh, beautiful work by Viking there. Goose has to use second wind. Both use their ward. Both are trying to find and use the opportunity to play risky, but now they're just kind of having to play the game as normally. Goose is once again flaunting the fact that he is big and greedy and is really taking the toll on him. All right, big lunge right there, and Viking is going to get a free extra turn of the ward. Big and greedy. Yep, big and greedy. He goes for the strike. It doesn't work. He's down to critical parry, and now he's got to get a very nice stab with no ward. Oh. There it is. I think he's doing 360s. I think he's good. All right. Viking has to get the strike here, and he gets the strike. Blade advantage is a thing, and it helps him just a little bit there. I believe him. I believe he's right. All right. The fight continues. It's coming down to the wire of big and fat and greedy. And, oh, boy, another big hit there. More spins, more jumping jacks. Hey, you still got those jumping jacks in you? Oh, hitting the strike. Oh, that's a big edge breaker right there. Beautiful work by Viking. All right, both looking for opportunities. Now Goose has. I feel like if you count how many times he said "big," the word "big" in this sentence, I think it would number into about how much damage he just took, or he just dealt to Viking. That's taking a lot. A big spin, a big win, and oh, that's a big pain. Actually, that's not a big pain. I gotta stop talking before I see the numbers. Anyways, fight continues. They're both looking for an attack. Viking dives in and pops the ward bubble. All around solid, but he's at a disadvantage. Goose has all around the better. He has more abilities and he's full on health. There's a dispute on the ethics of if he hit that spin or not. I think he did, so I think it's fine. Oh, and that's it. Right there. That was kind of funny, yeah. I'm sure G Pro is watching this absolutely wonderful intended event currently, and oh my god, all the awaken, it's all gone. Oh my god, Viking just has to not choke and he'll take the W. Oh, that was such a big hit, but he just took a lot of damage as well, but that's the edge breaker gone. Wow, Goose is burning through his abilities fast. Goes low. He had the opportunity there, but he didn't get the strike off. And more damage. Viking is choking live on stream. He has all of his abilities, and he's just not making the greatest use of them. Oh, that's beautiful. They're making claims of lag. Spin to win, folks. Spin to win. Jumping jacks. Spin to win. And that's it. Oh my god. They're already cheating. They're already cheating in this tournament. Can't believe it. We definitely got to see some jumping jacks out of Ace. All right, the fight begins. All right. All right, bit of it there. That's good enough, honestly. It just has to mimic a jumping jack motion. All right. The stutter is debated, and they're just throwing around a lot of not trades. Frankly, no damage. Oh, dives in deep, and yeah, that stuttering is real, but not a terrible axe trade, honestly, as far as value goes. That wasn't the worst thing in the world. Throws out the knife, and pretty shitty knife trade, frankly. He's throwing away all of his secondaries right now. He's gonna have nothing to counter the edge breakers or any other move in the late game, and he lunges forward, and I see why he's trying to make use of the secondaries. His main blade game is weak right now. He's having some qualms about what's happening. Ward is popped, it seemed, in some form. Either that or it was bounced off. And a pretty solid strike right there from good old Zaine. Zaine is looking for more opportunities. Jumping forward a bit and takes a general loss there. It's a very slow-going fight. They're very much taking their time with each other. Goes with the edge breaker and nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ace is patiently letting him use all of his abilities. I don't know if he's still doing the jumping jacks. I'll be honest here. These jumping jacks seem to be a little bit lacking. I'm not seeing them. I'm going to have to... I can't step in, actually, because my he's right. You got to do jumping jacks. Ultimately, my ability to interact with the stream is a bit limited. He did forget, and I can't really seem to interact or turn my mic on, which is a problem in a type of setting like this. So ultimately, I'm going to unfortunately just kind of have to deal and hope for the god that they are able to remind each other. I'll have to come up with a better system for that. Either way, jumping jacks. He's doing them jumping jacks. Do some more jumping jacks. Good job, Ace. Hopefully he's listening to the stream and he can hear my disappointment on his jumping jack game. Anyways, as much as I can really give, I really actually have an idea. Anyways, I'll have it for later though. Jumping jacks. Jumping jacks. I agree. He lets himself get hit for free. Kind of taunting him, but also kind of maybe apologizing for the lack of jumping jacks, because frankly, the Jack and Jack game has been abhorrent. And I know people in the Twitch chat are probably mentioning it, which is fair. It's hard to follow along. It's easy to follow along when that's the only thing you're paying attention to, but when there's so much things happening in a match, it's kind of hard to consistently follow jumping jacks. I understand. Anyways, all right. The fight re-begins. Ace, I better see some of them jumping jacks. Huge hit right there. Ace walking away in disgust at how much damage that was. There wasn't a jumping jack there either. I hope he gets a reminder in there. Get some jumping jacks in, boy. There's some jumping jacks. Get some exercise in. Come on, Ace, get the jumping jacks. And oh, axe trade? No, it didn't drop the X. Didn't drop X breaker. That delay is brutal, and Zaine is feeling it. Okay, you know, maybe I'm not glazing him. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll try that for next round. Actually, who knows? Maybe if I glaze him next round, then it'll work a little bit better. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think if I just keep on speaking negative thoughts, though, then he literally eats the blade for dinner. That's delicious. I also accidentally grabbed the controller. Anyways, slightly fix the camera. There we go. All right, it's not looking very good for Zaine. Zaine is in a bad spot. More jumping jacks, Ace. More jumping jacks. It's hard to enforce these goddamn jumping jacks, frankly. Anyways, he's doing some extra jumping jacks. I feel like I think he's doing an alright job making up for him by doing 2 jumping jacks per one, but it's still definitely on the disappointing side. Jumps forward. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Beautiful damage. Beautiful edge breaker out of Zaine right there. Is this glazing? Is this good enough for you, Zaine? Alright, he's gonna have to find a way with the secondary. The secondary is not enough. He's lunging forward, and another 100 hit. Zaine is pulling out all the stops, but he's just barely not broken the blade. It's looking rough here, but Ace still has a chance, and Ace drops. Doesn't drop Awaken, but he does drop the blade, and Zaine is still on full health. Not full health. Why am I saying full health? His blade is still not broken. Jumping jacks. I agree. Jumping jacks. All right. Pulls out the edge breaker and shatters his blade right there. Immediately, he's going to resort to second wind. They're both on a decently even playing field. And, oh, that's huge. 92 damage. That's insane. Oh, the secondary game all around. He has a slight advantage. He goes low, and and he doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it. Oh my goodness, that was a tough one. All right, let me fix the camera a bit. All right, and we're gonna rotate this bitch. All right. All right, they're both debating their choices in life, frankly, and I feel like Zaine's probably feeling it the worst. But Zaine's cool like that, and so he'll figure it out. He's popped ward, and ooh, ow. Anyways, he'll figure it out. He'll learn it. All right, yeah. Oh, right, I forgot about that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. G-Pro, if you're watching this, please save him. G-Pro, please save this man. Anyways, all right. I believe though. I believe in him. Also, I just realized they're probably way too quiet to hear the funny dialogue between them. I really gotta I probably should do a better thing with figuring out how the audio works. I think just because we go back and forth between them being way too loud and them being way too quiet. I gotta find medium ground because right now earlier they were way too quiet. Okay. Anyways, all right. The fight continues. All right. Lunges forward. Okay. Solid trade between the two of them. Leaves them about roughly equal footing. Yeah, I feel like ultimately, Zaine's honestly, this match isn't going the worst thing in the world. Goes low, and ouch, pops the blade. Oh boy, gonna have to use second wind. Thank God he had to figure out how to do that on upside down. It's possible he did switch his controllers around, but honestly, I can't really enforce it, so I'll just trust him. Anyways, trying to figure out how to do this shit upside down. He's grabbing the secondary blade, just throwing the sword around. A lot of lag, and oh, that's a lot of damage. Was that the secondary sword that did that? That's impressive either way. Forces the second wind, and oh, the critical parry. Oh boy. Let's see how over it truly is. He's gonna have to get 2 good strikes on. He gets 1 strike. He's got to get a second. Zaine's got to figure out that second strike. If he can get it, it might be in. Oh, it's just a tap. Oh, Ace fucked up the tap. Oh my God, this is so crazy. Why are they doing this? Ace is just running at him. And he runs into the blade.
You're holding your controllers upside down so you could still angle it.
Yeah, I like that. That could work technically, but anyways. Zaine takes his second stock. He might honestly genuinely get the win here. Ace has gotta lock the fuck in if he wants this W. If he wants to get out of here scot-free, although I want content, so I'm hoping he loses. Anyways, play continues. About a very, very even trade here. Trying to figure out. I think he's doing 2 hands upside down. Hits the shield. That's impressive. That normally happens normally just happens with Viking. Goes high and is able to use his superior awaken abilities to fucking decimate his blade. Damn. All right. I mean, that was hyperbole. Anyways, that's an early break right there. That's a very, very rough early break. But he's gonna be going all in. I feel like he's gonna go for a big lunge here. At this point, he's starting to fall behind. He's gotta be careful, and he wastes the edge breaker on the short sword. Beautiful move there by Zaine. I hope this is glazing enough for him. And he's looking up, goes high, and gets a pretty solid strike, all things considered. At the end of the day, the fact that his blade is still alive is a beautiful thing. The real thing he's got to be scared of is when he hits that critical parry, which is coming soon. He's got to be careful. Pops ward, and now we're back in that same spot from earlier, but this time Zaine's in an even better spot than last time. He's got to be careful. He pops the ward just like last time. Is fucking Ace going to run into that sword multiple times over? He runs into it, and Zaine gets the W. All right. I'm fucking giggling like an idiot. This looks awful. I love it. There's a lot of strategies you can pull on the floor if you're both stuck to the floor. There's a lot of things you can do, of like crawling forward and backwards. It's really up to how really up to how agile the person is. Like I said, both are just kind of struggling in general. Also, I need to swap the things around since it's on the other way, I believe. All right, so switch players. All right, strikes first. Oh my goodness, very even fight so far. I would say a slow fight. I think it is. I don't think we care. No, we do care, but at the same time, this is for our entertainment. They're already declaring their hatred of this game, but ultimately they're fighting to move on in this tournament. This says ultimately match point. They're both trying to figure out what's happening. Oh my god. That's just don't be on your fucking knee. Don't be on your goddamn knees then. I swear to God, I also got to change this one just because people. If I do have to change this one, people continue to get hurt. I will be very disappointed. But at the same time, crawling on your floor probably does suck. Even it is for the for the good comedy of a lot of people. Oh my goodness. This fight's awful. I love it. All right. Both players stuck on the floor. Both trying to figure out what to do with their lives. All right, fight begins. I should probably fix the camera just a little bit, just a better slightly better angle. You know, yeah, low to the floor, just with them. You know, we're not really moving much from this position. Anyways, all right, the fight continues. Zaine is looking for an opportunity, looking for an opening. It's not much there. Slightly just lunges forward in a manner that I would not consider effective, and does some damage.
Yo, Bucks, are you glazing me right now?
I am doing nothing like that, so ultimately that explains why he's losing. Here, if I start glazing him, let's see if we actually see a beneficial improvement. He's working with all he's got. He's doing everything he can, really just pulling off some of the best plays I've ever seen in my life. And, oh, never mind, eat shit. Okay, glazing seems to be doing the opposite effect. Anyways, seems like Ace is fucking with his goddamn settings. Deafening and undeafening. Zaine is struggling forward. Wastes the knife. Dagger is gone, I agree. I think he's trying to stand up a little bit to pull off second win. He can't be standing, but at the same time, I appreciate the commitment of trying to get the second wind off.
Bro, let me use my second win, please.
It's not letting him use the second wind.
Please.
He can't use Edgebreaker. No Edgebreaker.
He blocked it.
Just absolute insanity here. It seems like, oh, okay, all right, he broke the blade. It seems like Ace is prepared for years of his life, to considering how much he's making short work of Zaine here. And that's another stock out for Zaine. He's just waving the sword at him. He's proclaiming his hatred of this game now.
We could have had battlegrounds instead of this, bro. I swear. I'm not playing, so I'd rather have this.
I think it's like I think the mental part of this tournament has really reached both of them, and I think it's pretty much beaten both of them as well. They both seem very tired and very much done with my bullshit, which is going to be unlucky for one of them who has to continue. Anyways, big hit there. It's also hard to commentate this, to be honest, because it's really hard to tell how serious this fight is. He's locking in. All right, Zaine is struggling forward. Gets a good hit, but neither blades are breaking under the pressure. This fight, as much as it's a complete and utter shit show, it's very slow. It's a very slow shit show. It's car crash in slow motion, you know? Ooh, a very nice hit there for Zaine. Big damage taken by Ace. Ace is losing that left blade, and now he's going to try to make use of that right blade. He swings and wastes the dagger. Absolutely pops the dagger. But at the end of the day, Zaine still has a very nice advantage of having actually health in his gauge. But no regeneration abilities have been used yet. And oh, there goes the entirety of the bar. Now it looks like he's going to save on second win, mainly because I don't think he can do it. He's slightly trying to fix his posture, like me, who also has shit posture right now. Anyways, oh boy, it's coming down to it. Neither of them are really using any of their abilities. I think because they can't really, they can't use two of them already, and neither of them can figure out how to second win, except maybe Ace. Can Ace figure it out? Ace cannot figure it out. Ace apparently cannot second win. So this is pretty much just a no abilities fight, which I think really adds to the mystique of it, to be honest. Anyways, critical parries are going to be coming out soon, like right now. Neither of them can fucking second win. And that's it for Zaine. Zaine, I was not glazing Zaine, and maybe that was why he died. We're back. Maso versus British.
If I only do
Whenever
one.
you would spin, you have to spin back.
Yep.
Maso's
I had to undo the knot.
Maso's gotta keep in mind that these weird regeneration rules, and British is just having to deal with the
Seriously, though,
concept
what is
of
it
wrong
with you
hand.
in tournaments and like dropping, like your opponents dropping
Yeah,
out?
bro, honestly.
It seems to be a trend, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Oh yeah, non-dominant.
Non-dominant hand. A bit of lag.
No.
I'm here.
Shit.
I'm right here.
Oh my god. I think British is struggling a little bit. He's trying to figure
Come on, do it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've got it. I'm sure you've got it.
He's trying to figure out how to second win. Now he's following Maso's rules.
Come on.
Where is it? Is it that? Oh, no, wait, it is that way.
Okay, he got the first
Come
thing.
on.
He
You
figured out.
got it. Yeah.
He got Ward. I thought this whole thing was to get,
It's gone.
and it's gone. I thought this whole thing was to get second wind. I thought that's what this whole
that is
exercise was, of complete and utter insanity.
What one do I even have? What one do I have?
I think British is a bit disoriented, frankly. The non-dominant hand is screwing him up, and I hope Maso's got to remember these weird stipulations around his character.
Oh god.
Oh boy,
Doesn't matter.
get some solid damage in.
Shit, they fucking tyrant. Like, sorry,
Comes
language.
in.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so lucky.
That was very lucky. Oh my goodness, that could have been a very embarrassing death.
So lucky I suck at this game.
So lucky he sucks with the non-dominant
So
hand.
awkward.
There goes the sword.
I know.
He's trying to figure out how to play this. He still
You have
hasn't
chosen
popped the
poorly.
blade. He's still figuring out. Is this really the time to figure out second wind? I don't think this is the time. Okay, now's the time. Okay, pop the blade. Remember, he's got a critical parry first. I swear to God, if Maso
come on.
does some dumb shit.
No. No.
He figured it out. He's getting smarter. He's getting better. Oh, and all the damage. I think he might have punched something again. All right, he just has to go for the funniest stab in human history, and it doesn't work.
There we go.
Jesus.
Horrid.
Okay, I almost used second wind by reflex.
Oh, that would have been good.
What happens if you go against the curse? You just lose a life.
Yeah,
I lose a life.
he can't hear. They can't hear me, but yeah. I don't know if they're still listening to, or keying into the stream, but yeah, that's what happens.
And I sacrifice a life to go right-handed.
Oh,
I don't.
goes for the hit, and all right, 69. Huh? I need to get back to
I mean,
commentating.
you lose the
I'm losing
round
it.
where you lose the round where you do the infraction.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways,
Uh-oh.
big hit there. Mesa wastes the
Yo,
ward
buggers.
immediately. I need to get back to fucking commentating. Jesus, wastes the ward immediately.
No.
Uses tries to use Edgebreaker. He wastes the
Oh,
and
that's
that's.
so
Yo.
bad.
Oh my God, the best axe
great
trade.
Okay.
The best
Okay,
unintentional axe trade.
We can talk about this.
Mesa is
we can talk about
negotiating his
this.
fate.
Can we,
The British kid is trying to find an opportunity. He jumps forward and wastes.
that's one
the
of
sword.
those out.
No, he doesn't waste. He wastes Edgebreaker. All right, hopefully he can break a blade, and so we can see that funny rule in play. Oh, that's not good. That's a loss of another secondary. That's one of the best secondaries
You
as
really
well.
should have picked Duelist. It worked really well for me.
Here, he's really trying to figure it out.
My thought was like, oh, secondaries.
Oh, and he just wastes
That's
the
gonna be
ward.
good.
Probably because they're talking right now, and they're
I
talking
can't
way too
play
casually.
left-handed full stop.
Oh boy. All right, here we go.
It's such a
It's
throw.
easy. You
He's
just
regenerating, trying to find a good
No,
opportunity with Edgebreaker.
Okay, you play right-handed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's Maso's left-handed. And a
Also, you're
strike to the
Persian.
top.
Yeah, that's easy. You're playing Persian!
This sucks.
Duelist is also easy. I just did this.
No, you just went.
British lost that huge advantage he had. That was probably his best chance to make a comeback. Never mind. Meso sucks at this game. I apologize. Meso is giving
I
him back
couldn't
his
commit
chances.
to whether I faked it or not. This is where I get reverse swept.
He gets opposite.
Nah,
of
I can
out.
lose now. I'm happy.
Oh my god, my room's so fucking hot.
Why is this room so hot? Because he fucking hit the AC? He wastes the
No,
ward
not
immediately.
again.
Not
Not
a good
again.
use of that
Okay.
ward.
No,
Meso
not
has
like
to
this.
lock in. He has to lock
Yes,
in.
okay.
Oh, he locked in.
Yes.
Or I think the better way to say it is British locked out. He locked out all the awaken. He tries for a swipe with the sword, looking for any opportunity.
G4,
Trying to
help
give
me.
him-
Come on.
G4, he's praying to the broken edge gods, literally the broken edge
Please,
gods,
please.
and it doesn't work. Oh
every
goodness.
time you mess up the water, you lose a secondary.
It seems like that's what the case is. Yes, he got the ward off though. He's trying to figure out, and he
Oh
pops
my god, I'm so
ward.
lucky. That was so
Meso
close.
is so
Oh,
good
wow.
at this
Way too
game,
close.
and he strikes low, and no, he's not. He sucks ass. Takes so much damage. Ah,
Okay, this is
now British kid is
You're
he
stressing
has
me
an opportunity.
out,
This is
man.
not the
This
worst
isn't-
thing ever. This is not the
isn't
worst
good.
situation
I'm
ever.
stressing me
He
out.
jumps forward, and oh, that's a huge hit. No,
Could have been better.
no second
Okay,
wind.
that's-
No second wind for Meso, not yet.
I don't like this.
He's trying to make use of his Edgebreaker. He wastes
Get
the
that out of here,
Edgebreaker.
Okay.
Well, God's greatest axe trade as usual.
no longer
British
like
kid has
this
to lock the fuck in and not
situation.
take an embarrassing death.
Oh, that's
He
a shame.
jumps forward, and oh my goodness, can he?
No,
does he
no,
know how to
no,
do it?
no,
Does he
no,
know how to
no,
do
no,
it?
no.
Does he know? Does he know? He knows. But will he waste it? Will he waste it? Will it all be for naught?
like
He
this.
goes low, and Meso gets
The
stabbed.
curse came in a clutch there.
Oh my God, the curse did come
I
in
told
clutch.
you I'm getting reverse swept. I'm
He's
gonna
getting
die.
reserve swept,
No.
Meso. No.
Fuck.
Oh my goodness, British. British is trying to make the comeback of the fucking century with the wrong hand. And Meso is feeling the pressure. He's feeling it in his bones.
okay, so it's
and he's
just
feeling the
second wind I
fear.
really,
Oh my goodness, this fight is
No second
scary in so many ways. He strikes with the
Ward,
ward,
okay.
drops the axe, beautiful axe drop, very nice.
Please.
Meso is trying to drive the main strike.
No,
and
I
loses
had
the
it. I
ward.
had my chance.
He
but
had
I
his
threw it.
chance, but he lost it, and he
What?
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 Nope.
No,
I agree. No, we all agree. No, we all agree. No, that was some lag.
Say
Yeah, me
you're
neither.
getting counted.
We all agree. No,
No.
That
we all
was
agree.
that.
They can't hear me, but I agree.
No.
Yeah, the real finale this
The
time.
real finale
Yeah.
this time. Okay,
Magic
remember. Secondaries rules.
Magic.
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 All right. Edgebreaker's coming out already, and a
Oh,
big
no,
value of the
that's-
Edgebreaker. Big value right there. British easily.
Help me. Help me.
Meso
Help me.
is calling out, and he doesn't need help. Meso doesn't need help because British walked into a sword. Okay, let's do that. Sit down and set it up. All right, Meso continuing the streak. Meso's gonna have obviously the issue of lacking of Edgebreaker or Ward. Both are gonna struggle. I'm just gonna turn it down just a little bit. I think they're a bit too loud.
Because they get
Anyways,
used to it. That
okay,
is
all right.
you get
Sword
used
is
to it.
swinging.
You just
Sword is
have to
swinging.
go down.
Opinion is wrong. For fuck's sake.
Oh, that's such a
Oh, no,
nasty hit.
sword it up.
Yeah, you
Meso-
got this,
Suck.
Meso is already
I
feeling
know.
the effects of the
Oh,
lack
no.
of the lacking edge breaking and the
Yeah, I
after
can
ward.
play this.
He can come back. He's figuring out his comeback right now. Planning it meticulously in his head and very narrowly gets a big hit.
I
On
can
British
use
kid.
second win before
He can use second win before
Oh,
ward, and now he's stuck like it.
Oh god, that was close.
Oh boy, he's holding the wakizashis nice and tight to his
yeah, it
chest.
sucks, doesn't it?
Yep, they're both agreeing. This sucks. They're both trying to figure out. And oh, the side blade.
I honestly
hits it.
didn't realize I got hit by that much awakening.
That's surprising.
So close to using second wind.
That's funny. Anyways, all right, fight
When you
continues.
dropped, like instantly again, that was nice.
All right,
Sure.
all right. He's offering to drop instantly.
Now I feel bad. I feel bad if I hit
You
that.
asked for it. Okay, well
Yeah,
I'll walk
but-
into you. Yeah. We can tap it back. We can tap it back. We can tap. What the?
Can we?
Where are you?
I'm holding my swords down. I don't know.
I'm gonna tap you back slowly.
I should just use ward.
One more time.
Ward. Okay, awesome.
There we go.
Awesome work to both players for coordinating that. Okay, anyways, back to the fighting. All right, solid big one hundo. A one hundo hit to British.
No, you can't do this.
British is bringing out the edge breaker, which he is allowed to use, unlike Meso. Oh, big strike there.
I almost pulled my cord again.
He's really got to stop fucking pulling his cord. I don't want another stop
No,
thing.
No.
Oh,
I'm
bit of
envious.
lag.
I am envious.
A bit of lag. Just a bit of banter. Anyways,
Meso, do
the
this,
fight's
buddy.
continuing.
He's
Do it.
mocking me. He's
He's-
mocking me.
He's making fun of him. And oh, stabbed to the heart. And you're to blame. You give edge breakers a bad name. Broken.
Ross, he's making fun of me.
I don't.
He's making fun of me.
Boo hoo, Meso. Boo hoo. Anyways, back to the fight.
I dare you. Do it. Do it. I dare you.
Hope he gets to watch that later. Oh, that's a nasty one right there. That's 100 damage.
Nah.
Language, I agree. Whoa, Meso, that's evil. All right, British. All right, Meso is holding up that edge breaker. Wait, he can't have that.
Didn't get it.
He can't even have that edge breaker. Meso, stop. Actually, no. Please continue choking so I can have
didn't
content.
proc it didn't activate the.
Meso's
activate
actually
the rules.
choking on purpose for my content. I appreciate him for that. Anyways,
I do really want a third round though.
yes. Okay, I'm glad Meso acknowledges the choking, the choke job, because frankly, bonus rounds are funny. Anyways,
To be fair, I
Like,
we're both looking for
really?
the things. Okay.
If we get a third
You know the
round,
gentleman's rules. We'll do boss rush.
Oh my goodness. We're not doing boss. This
I
isn't a
thought
boss.
we
rush.
were
So
doing
no picking
I
of the same
didn't-
class. Yeah, no.
I didn't get that you were.
He said at the beginning of the stream, you can play a class as long as you haven't won on it.
Well, that's because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
different. Yeah, it's
So we'll just
changing the
cancel
rules.
it.
So honestly, I think it's I feel bad because I changed the rules in the middle of it.
There
All
we
right, and it's the third round.
I'll keep host.
Man, fuck.
He keeps the host.
Uh,
Good for Meso.
okay.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna win otherwise.
This is
We should've gone Tyra.
this is gonna be funny either way. All right,
I really
no
thought you
abilities.
were, and I was thinking there was.
No, because you would.
Oh, oops. Whoa, I just wrong side of the map. All right, big strike there and a huge damage by British. Already.
Oh wait, shit.
Yep, he's got to get them spins in. Meso has got it. Meso, wait, hold on. Meso can't have
Oh no shit!
no shield. Meso can't have a shield. Meso, Meso's got to put away his shield.
Wait, what? No, this
Wait, can I
a
have a
shield
shield?
is not a secondary.
It is a secondary. Yes, it is a secondary. It's a secondary.
What?
It's a secondary.
Wait, so wait. If I
What?
hit his
Mate,
shield,
shield's a
wait, so
secondary.
if I hit his shield, he would have had to give up
No, that doesn't. Okay, if you hit the shield from his back, then no, that's
Oh,
whatever.
sorry. Oh,
If you hit the
sorry.
shield from his back, then that's
My bad.
whatever. If Maso used his shield, then that would have.
You want a life?
I used ward.
Oh yeah, he did. He
Oh,
did.
shit, you used the ward.
He used
Oh,
ward.
no.
I think
We were so focused on talking.
the shield.
Look, I am a good sportsmanship.
You are.
Good sportsmanship.
Let it be known that this man has honor.
It's just whatever honor is in this game, it's something like it. Anyways, they're swinging the swords around, trying to remember not to use their abilities, which is very much flowing through both their heads right now. And that's a huge hundo damage. Meso is thinking about using that edge breaker, but he knows he can't fucking do it. And goes low, misses the stab, backs up, and pretty solid big
chase,
hits from
good
both.
chase. No, no, no,
Oh,
no, no, no,
run,
no,
run.
no, 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 no,
They're
don't
both
do it,
they're
don't do
both
it.
terrified to use their abilities, frankly, which actually I think this is a good I'm glad I can cultivate an environment where
spin,
people are
spin right now, spin right
fearful.
now,
Spin.
spin right now.
He's spinning. I forgot about that. I think we all forgot about that. Thank you, Meso. Oh,
Yes, okay.
I'm glad I can cultivate an environment of
You're
fear.
forgetting something.
I-
You're forgetting something.
You gotta forgetting something.
You're forgetting something.
British, start spinning. Start spinning, buddy.
Okay, you.
That's
you
good.
more than
That's
made
good.
up for it. You can stop
You can-
now.
you can-
Okay,
you're
thank
good.
you,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, the
Oh,
axes
no.
come out. Another spin to win. Very nice job. Oh my goodness. This is just stupid. Like I said, I'm really glad I cultivated a culture of fear and where people are scared of using anything in this game. I'm really glad I can do that.
Oh, no, this
Huge
is
damage.
awful.
He's just got that main sword and no
Actually,
abilities
if I-
besides
if I
critical
catch
parry.
this,
Besides
if
critical
I
parry.
catch this,
He's gotta
if I
catch it.
this,
He's got to catch it. He catches it, but he does like no damage back. All right.
3 damage. Oh shit.
Right, he gets a spin in. Good job.
Fuck, this is really dizzy.
That's the other part of it. And the
that was
sword
fitting.
is gone. Meso
Oh, wait,
loses
you're
round
secondary.
1.
I'm scared of your secondary.
Yeah.
I'm dizzy.
Make sure it's not a bad idea to spin in other directions, yeah. I'm glad you guys are having
At the end of
the
my
worst
match
time.
with Whitebread, you could see me holding my head because I was getting dizzy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. This is big bunch of sword twirling
feel my
and a
head
very
spinning.
easy, very very normal game. Anyways,
I don't know if I want to go further in this tournament. This is horrible.
and hits him. Well, hey, if it's any consolation, Meso's gonna finish this easily.
It's about to be 10 p.m. for me, dude.
Oh my goodness,
up.
Meso.
It's 10 p.m. for me.
I'll play this tournament for you. I'll win for you.
British, wait a minute. Well, British has to survive not falling over by spinning for hours at a time. Anyways, good hit there by. Honestly, it was a pretty even hit.
Shield is a secondary.
A
Fuck.
shield is it is a secondary. I think it's a secondary. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
beautiful
no,
counter hit right there.
I'm kind of with Maso here.
Really? Okay, I'll reconsider next time. Next time I'll reconsider it. But this time I'm gonna be petty. Anyways, spin to win. Spin. Meso takes a huge hit there.
So bad.
Down to critical parry again. And he's gonna have to figure out how he's gonna do this. He's gotta catch the blade just like last time. He's swinging the sword around and he catches it. Oh, now he's down to a critical parry. Is he down to a critical parry? I don't think he is. Oh
I
no,
didn't even know crit parry.
that's not good. He breaks the axes out, and God's worst axe trade in the history of mankind. That was not good for him. British is running out of options at a rapid rate.
Oh,
I
I don't even care. I don't even care.
Meso
No more. I
gets
don't
the
care.
W.
Meso, enjoy not being able to sleep. Fuck you.
I'll win for you.
He'll win. Meso will fight in British's honor, and British will fall over,
See ya.
puke in a bucket, and will hopefully feel better afters.
Adios.
And I believe the match will be on. Miku, struggling, is gonna have to figure out how to play this character wrong way around. And also,
Yeah, I don't really think this is
Move
much
my
of
thing.
a problem on Samurai.
might
It
be.
would be
It depends.
I don't think it'd be much of a problem on Ronan.
And Rami's
either.
just gotta really keep in mind his weird regeneration stuff.
Not-
Anyways, fight begins, and a deep cut already by
Ouch, that
Ram.
kinda hurt, man.
Miku's gonna be in just a rough spot all around, not only from the physical pain, but also just the mental of having to figure out how to play a character upside down. Another bad strike. They're losing a lot of
I'm not
weight
winning this round, am I?
in the way this is going. I might have to agree for now, but who knows? This game's insane. This chaos tournament, anything happens. I've seen quite a few comebacks already. Let's see what happens. Oh, considering where they use Edgebreaker, just doesn't even react. Wow, Ram
I'm
just
so great
keeping
at this game.
keeping the silence. Just waiting for a strike. goes high, goes and complete and utter insanity in that every single move that both of them pull
I don't know what
misses.
happened there.
In for a 0 damage nothing burger, and with a side of
I'm not winning this.
nothing fries.
I don't even know.
Complete utter just like what is? Oh, okay, there we go. Some solid damage, and by solid I mean 171. That's
Actually, I'm gonna stop talking.
a
Actually,
lot.
annoying.
I will say talking is not
fix
is
that in a
not gonna.
second.
But yeah, talking is not gonna ultimately be the greatest help when it comes to like focusing. You're just talking to yourself, and then it's just a bit awkward. So I understand but I understand why he's doing it. Anyways, big hits there. All right, looking for a good opportunity. Ram is looking for a strike, and Ram gets it. Brutal. Ram seems to have fallen over. Hello. You're a little bit off center, but yeah, it's like yeah, there you go. Okay, I think that's where he thinks I am. Anyways, okay. Fight continues. We're both trying to figure out what they're doing with each other's strikes. Ram goes for just an absolute dagger to the abdomen and gets it. Oh boy.
Sorry about my boundary. I'll fix it next match.
I can't believe it. It's fine. I don't have that many strict issues on boundaries for the most part.
Okay, well,
Unless it's
let me
like
fix that.
stupid. Seems like the mic thing is not going away, so just gotta lock the fuck in. And playing backwards is a rough feat. And hey, there goes a body part. Miku's gonna have to remember to spin to win. And a bit of lag as well. Bit of lag in the game. Goes for a big strike, big claw strike, and all the awakened pain and anguish, damage and unfun. Feeling it right now. Where's the spins? Where's the spins? Spin to win, and I can't tell him because I muted my mic. I gotta keep my mic on for these things. He's not even spinning. To be honest, I'm not sure if I have the most faith in Miku winning this fight. So frankly, I'm not sure if it's really gonna matter. But neither of them are advocating their spin to win potential, which is a bit of a pain. But I think that's just kind of on me, to be honest. I think I should definitely. This is a good note to self that for the rest of this, if I need to enforce something, then I should leave my mic on. No matter how annoying it'll get. But for now, I guess I'll just commentate the fight as usual. The fight continues. About a mediocre sword clash, I'd say. Both about roughly equal in health. Very slow start. Both figuring each other out, and all the awaken drop. My goodness, Miku, that was not a good Persian play. You're figuring out what to do. Edgebreaker's coming out. So is Ram's Edgebreaker coming out, and that's a lower hit. I think Miku is, yeah. By the logic of them constantly missing the spins, and this would also be a loss for them. But I'm not going to tell them that because that kind of feels like rubbits on the balloon at this point.
I kind of forgot what my curse was.
It's spin to win, but ultimately
Alright,
I can't remind them because
I'm
I
off.
don't. Yeah, there you go. Hey, at least you get some of it in.
Not bad about that.
Yeah.
The point of the chaos tournament.
Yeah, pretty much. But at this point, like I said, it's hard to say if you're really gonna get this W. So it happens. Either way, big hit there. Ultimately.
My bad, your box for us.
No, it's okay. Camera's up. Camera's not there. Camera's not in that direction. It's not up here. Well, now it is. This is cool. I do actually think this is kind of a neat area view. Anyways, I think Ram is trying to figure out how to do this one gracefully, and ooh, that's a very nice hit to the ward right there. Trying to figure out, grabs his own ward. Ram is trying to use a fake out for the sword, and it works.
GG. Got
Yeah.
cooked.
Miku
really
did get
really.
cooked because their back hurts, and they just got back
Anyways,
from
my boundary is
a 5-hour
glitching
road
out
trip,
like
which
crazy.
is ridiculous. And the fact that they're able to
I did
compete
not
this tournament
expect more or
is,
less.
in my
Sure
opinion,
about that one?
far more impressive
anyways,
than
GG,
their
Rainy.
performance.
I'm gonna go open up Pokemon cards.
All right, the fight begins. All right, both are swinging their swords around. Goes low immediately, and wow, the biggest risk play I've seen for just a straight up opener. Goofy goes low immediately and takes the full 100 brunt damage. That's a bad way to start out this fight. He might not need it. He goes for a very nice hit. Gets a beautiful hit on the blade. Almost equals out their health on the blade. All around, that was a very good trade for him. Penguin's got to try to preserve all the energy he's got in those very fragile blades. And this is a very slow going fight so far. All around though, the fact that Penguin's health bar is still alive is honestly an advantage to them. And the axes come out, and a very nice axe move there. With very good damage, breaks one of the blades and sends it down to critical parry. Now it's down. Remember, both can't use Edgebreaker rewards, so hopefully they remember that. And oh, that's brutal. They both have their regeneration abilities though, and so they're using them now. I say they. Penguin's using them now. Penguin's got the abilities moving. Going up and goes for another claw-like strike and solid damage, but is still taking a lot of pain in the process. It's just not great for either of them. Goofy's down pretty low on the sword, and you're gonna have to consider when it's a good time to pop that second wind. An axe trade, a very solid axe trade to shorten the other blade. Pretty solid, I'd say, all around. Definitely have to consider when is the second wind necessary, and when are we gonna be greedy and tempt fate. At the end of the day, he went low. He went for a strike and lost most of his shield for it. A very good move by Penguin to dodge out the way. Could have honestly had a much better move. Goofy jumps forward physically and gets only a bit 2 extra damage before just popping second wind. It all never really mattered. Anyways, sword continues. Now it's the long sword. Just dropped the shield. Went low, and there you go. That's going to be round 1 for Goofy. Whew. All right. Round 2. Both swinging their swords around, swinging their blades. All right. Digging low, and a nice, okay, well, yeah, strike to the shield, all around a loss for Goofy, but not much, just the crust. That centerpiece, though, is gonna be much more painful to lose in a moment here. And oh, speaking of lose, that's a huge strike he just took. More than half of his health bar gone. That's a bad move for Goofy right there, but he started out with something like that similar, and he made a comeback earlier. And all right, not a great trade for Penguin right there. All around good for Goofy. Goofy's got to try to work that blade down, and he's got to be careful with how he moves. Moving around, and oh, a very good axe trade right there. Dealing incredibly great damage for axe trades. for the sake of an axe trade, that's good damage. Goofy's thinking of where to use it, and oh, trying to feign with the blade, and eats all the damage, and doesn't break Penguin's blade. That's a difference of a shorted blade and 2 full ones. That's rough. Had to use second wind already. Penguin's looking in a much better spot. Penguin has to be very careful of the dives like that. The second axe has been used, and he lunges forward and tries to get an advantageous stab on the sword, and honestly, a pretty solid move there, as it puts the blade to near half. It's going to make Goofy's effectiveness at a dodge and a lunge is not as well, but Penguin has to be careful with the way they use their swords. One sword's moving down a bit to half as well. Can't let himself get worked up. Goofy's approaching, looking for a stab. Looking for maybe a lunge. Speaking of lunges, lunge forward, and that shield saves the day down to just the dinner plate piece. And now it's really down to just these base swords. That shield has just a little bit left in it. He lunges forward, drops all away him, but gets an amazing stab. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. He's gonna save that second. He's gonna save that second win, which is what I'd call as a good move. This is it. All right, Goofy's auto regeneration abilities, and Penguin has both blades and a critical parry. This has to be you really just have to stay careful and calm with this. And oh, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to drop a complete blade out. That's not great. That's gonna make it a lot easier for Goofy to make this comeback happen. I don't know if I'd really call it a comeback soon. This has been a very even fight. Goes low, and it doesn't work out. That's gonna hurt a lot. He's out counting as it's over. It's down to the knife. Penguin just has to not get stupid, and he doesn't get stupid. He stabs him in the head, in the chest. Good hit all around. This is the first very normal fight. Genuinely, it's just a bit more interesting to seeing them lose the 2 tactical elements of the shield and the edge breaker. It's much more down to the mechanics and the fundamentals, which these players seem to be very good at. So honestly, this has been a fun fight. All right, fight continues. All right, Viking pulls out the axes and doesn't make much work out of it. Both axes, the benefit is gone, and Penguin being very aggressive there, popping the crust of the shield. Again, just a nice move to all around reduce the shield's effectiveness, and just very slow hits so far as health goes. Health has not been taking any, haven't seen any major hits just yet, any major fumbles, but that could be coming soon. A big dive, and ooh, Penguin both drops Awaken and takes a nasty strike there. Less than about, I think it's roughly a third health left. That's not good. Obviously, Persian can make it work better than most, but it's still not great, and that's a wasted axe right there. Brutal. The secondaries, the pattern of the secondaries change when they don't have stuff like Edgebreaker to waste them on, and so their use becomes a bit more situational. Speaking of situation, that was a bad situation for Goofy right there, just losing a ton of HP from that strike. No, but still Awakened, I believe. Penguin's looking for an opportunity. Tries another claw-type move, and that goes the blade. It's going to slowly move down. But Goofy is also looking really low on HP, and they're out of axes. This is definitely the rough part. It's always weird fighting a Persian like this. Goes for an upper strike and drops Penguin drops Awaken, but Goofy drops the blade health, which is not good. Penguin is down to a critical parry. Gotta be very careful. They could try to activate it, but it's not really sure. Goes for a roundabout strike, and it fails. It doesn't work. They have to use second wind now. They're working their way into a disadvantage, but they still got that critical parry. That's always going to be there for them, but Goofy has all abilities, which is more so just saying that Goofy has all regeneration abilities. Not anymore, as they use second wind. And now they're pretty much out to full blades. They're pretty much even at this point as far as HP and abilities go. But, oh, Penguin tries... No, sorry. Goofy tries for a big hit there, and honestly, not much damage is taken. I'd say that probably advantage goes to Penguin, though. And Goofy does a huge lunge, and it doesn't work. It's going to have to go down to critical parry as Penguin's blades are getting worked to the bone. These lunges are insane and very well done, and Goofy is looking for a chance, looking for an opportunity, looking for a time to strike, and he hits the critical parry in a way that I don't think I was really expecting, frankly. And now it's down to this type of critical parry. This is going to be interesting. Goofy swinging those swords around. This is his last chance he gets as far as HP goes. And, oh, that's a waste. That's so much. Down to 2 critical parries at this point, it looks like, for Penguin. Penguin has to lock the fuck in. Goofy's got the one long blade. This might be it for Penguin this round. He goes around and goes for big, and Goofy fucks it. He fucks it. Oh my goodness. He is, you can tell. Oh my god, Goofy. That, I wouldn't say exactly he had it, but that was, he messed up that lunge bad and didn't have a follow-up plan. Not even a backup. All right, well, he's gonna try and get revenge either way because Penguin just ate shit on that cut blade. 100 full damage, already down to less than half. Goofy's already making short work of him, but he's got to be careful. And I got to move my camera because we're missing strikes here. And again, all around, a good strike for Goofy. Penguin could sell for content here to make this an even more entertaining fight. Frankly, this is probably the best fight I've seen so far today from a pure mechanics standpoint, and not because we're causing some bullshit with the Chaos Wheel, which honestly I'm glad of. I'm glad that cool, interesting fights can exist here. And a very, very good hit there from Goofy. Goofy is just absolutely working Penguin right now. But I thought that too in some of the other fights, and so Goofy has to stay on guard. That both their axes, I believe, still. And I also keep on pressing the wrong button. What button did I just press to do that? I don't know, but I did something stupid. Either way, it looks like it's working still now. And across the shield, nom, it's gone. And don't question my commentary. This is just what I think when it comes to shield crust. Anyways, looking for a big strike, and okay, there goes the entirety of Penguin's blade. Using a second wind, Goofy has a big advantage here, but Goofy doesn't have the safety net, as mentioned earlier, of that ward. He doesn't have the assured damage of that edge breaker. Neither of them do, and it's just rough. They've got to really figure out what to do, how to make it work. The shield is pretty much done for. Goofy's going to have to try to make some use out of those axes, which I think they still have at least one left, it looks like. I didn't spot they accidentally used one of them earlier. I think it looks like they did. Goes low! And oh my goodness, all the damage for both sides took huge amounts. Penguin, both of them are just taking huge amounts of damage, but Goofy still has a full blade, and so ultimately that's the advantage. Jumps forward, Penguin tries their best and just eats shit on the axe. That was the God's Greatest Axe, genuinely the God's Greatest Axe trade. A very, very good move, as I think both blades are now down to critical parry, and so this is what it was like last time, but Goofy has to be careful. Oh goodness. Penguin gets the critical parry strike. Still a full blade. It's impressive. Genuinely, Goofy is managing his health perfectly in this fight, but he has to remain vigilant like that, and it works its way down to a final fight. This is intense. This is really good as far as fights go. This is a very good fight. I hope you are all enjoying this so far, because I definitely am. All right. The finale begins. All right, both preparing. Penguin accidentally drops the swords. That could have been bad. All right, we've seen some slow starts, we've seen some fast starts, and that's a fast start, all right. That's a lot of HP lost by Penguin. Seems to be the pattern with Persian, but I always want to capture on it. Anyways, Penguin looking for any opportunities more to strike. Goes, whoa, that looks like that could have hit, but that was just looks like it just barely connected. Goofy connected with the sword, and Penguin's just lucky to have their blades still alive just to regenerate one more time. It's probably gonna get broken here. The axes come out, the dual axes, and that's huge damage. That's gonna completely drop a blade down to critical parry point, breaks the health bar, and Goofy is playing calm, cool, and collected. Penguin's gonna try something desperate here because that's all he has left, frankly, and it doesn't work. But 100 damage strike, Goofy has to be careful. Even then, Viking has a slow regenerating blade, so it's going to take a moment. And pulls out the axes to make you worse work of it. And okay, no, pretty much a wasted axe, but that's not much here in this game. But they're staying careful. That crushed shield is, once again, it keeps getting abused every single time Penguin picks a part of it. Every single one of these 5 rounds. Goofy goes deep, and oh my god, he's getting greedy. He's getting greedy. He should use second wind. Why is he using? Okay, he's using second wind. Almost was very bad how slow he was using second wind there. Penguin, this is now back to a very even point, and oh my goodness, that's huge damage to Goofy. Goofy is struggling. He can feel the pressure. The pressure is getting to him. But Penguin, even though he's got 2 full blades, it's still just rough. And that's another bad hit. This could be it for Goofy. But that full shield is going to at least be something of a guardian to him. And there goes his last ability. Penguin has got 2 blades. He's got a critical parry. And all Goofy's got is a sword and a shield. This is rough. Goofy knows that he has to do something desperate. And Penguin has to be aware of that, and he is aware of it. And Penguin takes the W in this heated fight. Goofy is distraught, but that's fair. I understand why he's distraught. That was such a fucking fun one to watch. My goodness, that was intense. Hopefully they're not mute forever, but yeah. Well, okay, now he's just dancing on him. That was good. That was a very good match. Okay, all right. Right, and then, yeah, you get a free kill, yeah. Wait, does Goofy... I completely forgot. Goofy, did Goofy want to choose host, or... I kind of forgot about that whole concept. I guess he chose pick, so I guess it's set in zone. All right, fight begins for real this time. All right, both swinging their swords around. Penguin's got to remember that the one decree of life is to spin to win, which he does very well. Got an even sword trade. Both looking for opportunities. Penguin's holding that axe up high. And again, a very mediocre trade. Slow going, just like the first match. Penguin's looking for his chances. Jumps forward with the double axes. And spins to win his way into a pretty solid bit of damage. Well, Goofy is looking for his opportunities. Looking for it. And gets a pretty solid stab there. But still takes a shit ton of damage. All things considered, and is getting quite low on the health bar. Penguin is levying that axe up, ready to strike it down as a counter. And oh, that was it. Spin to win. Thank you, Penguin. Goofy, he's definitely feeling it, but it's not over yet. Very solid, very even trade again, like last time. Goofy is going crazy with it. Penguin's got to use them spin to wins to get his W. He's spinning to win. Goofy pops it. They both pop ward because they can do that now. And they're both looking for ways to attack. And ooh, all around solid move. And the ward is gone for Goofy. Penguin's looking for ways to use the edge breaker they can never use last round. And Goofy's trying to find out. Oh, that's a lot of pain. But honestly, as far as edge breakers go, actually no, I didn't use edge breaker, my bad. Doing a good bit of damage again. We're just a very slow fight so far. Oh, sorry, a very slow round so far. Swinging the swords around, bringing it in and out, and ooh, 100 damage cut. Goofy. The fear. Looking for sword strikes. Looking for anything. Strikes, hits the crust of the shield, the delicious crust of the shield. Yummy. And Penguin hits that hit. Spin to win. And that's an interesting way to get your blade broken. Looks for a way, grabs out second wind. Looking for a way to use his edge breaker. And, ooh, still does great damage because Vikings Awaken sucks dick and balls. Looking for damage. Now Penguin's trying to make use of his edge breaker. Stabbing forward, stabbing backwards, and all around positive damage. All around good, but definitely was not as good, I'd say, as Goofy's edge breaker or as earlier. Moving up. So considering, and ooh, a low down strike. That could have been it just now, but instead, the fight prolongs. Penguin still not down to, is still going to keep on trying to use the sword, and gets punished for it. Gets punished for trying to avoid and be greedy with the second wind. Alright, it's a fight. Penguin holding out axe up high. Fight recommences. Goofy's looking for an opportunity. And as usual with these two, it seems like this is going to be a slow start. Well, fair enough. Both testing the waters. Big dive there. And honestly, a very good move by Goofy. got some pretty positive damage looking for the edge breaker. Both are looking for their edge breakers. Both are trying to find what to do. Both are taunting it. Both are coming back and forth and wasted on the axe, the upper axe. That's brutal. And now he's trying to find a way to waste it. And oh, that would have been a cool move if it worked, but it didn't. Still, Penguin is still trying to make use of that edge breaker and just trying not to waste it on the ward, which is what Goofy really wants him to do. And he gets it wasted. Yet the ward is wasted. The edge breaker is up. Penguin is looking for an opportunity. Penguin, I want to see some spinning. By the way, my brain has realized that you're not spinning as much as he should be. Spinning to win, buddy. Anyways, the fight begins. I don't know why I say begins. Doesn't make any sense. You guys don't care. And that's a huge hit. Spin to win. has to use second wind there. Goofy still has his blade and all of his I was gonna say health. Yeah, all of his health. Very good move all around. This could be a reverse sweep by Goofy here. We'll have to see if he can finish it out. Don't look at me. Anyways, hype ass music kicks in. Penguin's looking for opportunities. They're both checking the opportunities. Goes in, I think, with a double axes there, and it doesn't really work out all that well for Penguin. Not a great move. Looking for some more opportunities. And now, striking low, striking high. Penguin goes high and doesn't really get anything, to be honest. Pops ward. He's going to try to keep himself safe. Maybe he could be going for something risky. Who knows? The ward strikes, goes a bit deep, and they both take a lot of damage. But honestly, I'd say Penguin came out a little bit worse to wear than Goofy did. Penguin's using Edgebreaker, swapping between the axe and such, trying to fake him out. Goes for a strike with the axe, and the axe is countered. God's weakest axe trade. Actually, not God's weakest axe trade. Anyways, only about 19 damage. Big strike, and ooh, much better hit for Penguin. Goofy's using ward. I'm sure they're not getting distracted at all by my constant commentary, invading their thoughts in their mind. Anyways, trying to make a use and hope that he wasted the Edgebreaker, but it didn't really work. And he just really lost ward, but I mean, it seems like he was going to lose anyways. Penguin goes big and doesn't really get much. Actually, no, I apologize. He gets a lot. He gets second wind use, and now they're both taunting back their Edgebreakers. Penguin is in the slightly better position with the proper health bar, and ouch, that is painful. That's a ton of damage, and now Goofy's gonna have to rely on gentleman's rules and getting back that critical parry. Still has that Edgebreaker. He saved it this whole time. He has to make sure he doesn't waste it on the shield because that's very possible at this point. And Penguin jumps forward and throws by taking a shit ton of damage, but he's got critical parry. He's got a shield. He is in the better position. He's holding that shield close to his chest, hoping it's not clipping into his chest so that doesn't work. And Goofy jumps forward. I apologize. Penguin jumps forward, and honestly, not a good stab. Goofy takes a bit of damage, but Penguin is immediately reduced back to critical parry. Goofy has to be careful with how he's moving here because taking too much damage. Oh, there goes the crest of the shield. Taking too much damage will mean that Penguin has an amazing head start on him. We'll have to see how it works. It's coming down to the wire. He jumps forward, and Goofy gets the W for the content. Thank you, Goofy. We can do it round 3. Appreciate you, Goofy. Mwah.
Go.
All right. The finale.
Goofy. This was really fun.
It's time to fucking jumping jacks. When the sword clash happens, not yet. Anyways, yeah, and also Penguin. Yeah, he's got a little stock. So Goofy just gets a freebie on that one. And Goofy, you've got more specifically. Remember, Goofy, you got no Edgebreaker and you got no ward to your name. You are down to just those regeneration abilities and all those secondaries you got equipped. All right, the fight begins for real this time. All right. Once again, holding up that axe high. I'll always make a comment on it because I think it's funny. And slow going hit. Jumping jacks, people. Jumping jacks. Cardio time. Beautiful work. Nice job. It's going to be... This one's always a challenge of the physicality. Pops Edgebreaker and a very nice waste on the axe there. Actually, oh no, Edgebreaker did not get wasted. My bad. My apologies. Anyways, big hit right there. Goofy taking a pretty rough one. And Penguin is feeling the pain all through him. Sword strikes go high, and again, a very nice number that Penguin just hit Goofy with, 69, haha. Anyways, bunch of damage. Goofy is looking low all around, but he's got all those secondaries still, besides the axe. And Edgebreaker comes out, and Edgebreaker shatters. Is that going to work? I think that looks like it's going to work it down to not a second win point, but it's not looking great either way. Who's very carefully maneuvering his way around, and he's just straight up not doing any damage to Penguin. Penguin's bar is nice, full, and healthy, and he's taunting him by using a sword, while Goofy can't. Goofy's looking for opportunities, but it's taking out the secondary, and all around, not bad damage on the secondary, but frankly at this point he needs some big hits to get himself back into this fight. And I appreciate the cardio workout, both of you guys. You guys doing good? All right, cardio time after Goofy gets his second wind. Very nice. All right, both of you putting in work. Goofy's trying to slowly crawl his way back from the health-wise, and he is almost going to make it back, but it's going to be close. He's probably going to go down to critical parry point by the time he breaks his blade, and all those secondaries that Goofy has are just disappearing at a rapid rate, while Penguin also still has the full shield and a full axe. Goofy is just not looking good here, frankly. Goofy is trying to find a good opportunity. Grabs the Kriegsmeister, which I just remembered what it was called from that one Twitch comment. I appreciate whoever it was, and not even popping the health bar on the critical parry, which just is not good. This is just a rough fight all around, and I'm not sure if it's going to get any better, but he's got to look for an opportunity, and oh, he got greedy. Penguin got greedy and was not properly protecting his flank, and Goofy gets a very cheeky stab in when it looked like Goofy's whole thing was going wrong. Very nice work. All right, immediately pops ward, just keep himself safe, maybe for a big play, maybe for Goofy pulling a big play, who knows. Jumps in with the double axes. I want to see some cardio, people. Jumping jacks, jumping jacks. Good enough, frankly. Yeah, that's good. It just has to mimic the jumping motion of a jumping jack, even if it's not the most committed thing possible. And a solid hit with the axe right there. Pretty good jack straight, I'd say. Some good damage. Goofy looking for a good opportunity to strike. Swinging the sword around. Looking for a good opportunity. Penguin is taunting that edge breaker with the ward. Ward is gone, and ward has been used up. And going for some cardio. And an incredibly, very nice comeback there with Goofy. Well, not comeback, strike back with the secondary. What could have been a huge loss if Penguin had got a touch on his blade. It wasn't really all that powered. And, ooh, again, a very nice hit by Penguin. Goofy is just not, his blade health is not looking the hottest thing in the world. And his lack of abilities is definitely hurting him, you can tell. But they're both still alive, and they're both still going through it. Penguin has chewed through both of his axes and now is just down to the shield itself. And Goofy got lazy and did not properly retaliate. And that's going to be a match on him. Nice cardio, guys. Good work. This is actually this whole tournament was actually disguised as a cardio workout to make sure you get better your heart health. You know, it's good for you. Anyways, fight continues. Penguin immediately popping that ward. Goes in with double axes again. I think he did that twice now. And again, not much value, frankly, out of the axes. I think that could have been a much better amount of work that you got out of it. Anyways, Goofy looking for a good opportunity to strike. Dash is low. I don't know why he did that. That was... Okay, well, I can't question him that much. But the ward would not have made it good in either way, and that 100 damage is going to haunt him. It almost immediately shattered his blade. He goes deep with the secondary, which he pops the ward, which I think was going to get popped anyways. But the damage still presses on. The pressure is keeping up. Ooh, a very interesting dive, and Goofy eats all the pain and damage. It's looking like that second round where I thought Goofy was totally cooked, but we know with Goofy, it can change at a moment's notice, and the axe is gone. Never mind, this game's over. Axe dead. Anyways, all right, yeah, cardio people. I think either way, cardio people, cardio. Get some cardio in there. Beautiful work. Get that heart health good. Anyways, make sure you're eating your fruits and veggies, people. Anyways, looking for a good move with the axe. Goes a bit deeper, and again, another 100 damage. Beautiful cardio work, folks. And it's just health-wise, Goofy is just not looking too hot. He's going to get this critical parry, likely. It's possible, but he also has the Kriegsmeister, which he could be using. And again, another very nice axe strike. Axe strike, yeah. That's not an axe strike. Anyways, a very good strike. Penguin is all around good on resources. He just has to be careful. He can't let Goofy get the better of him. Goofy at this point is pretty much completely out of trying to come back through pure health. He would have to get a big strike, which is why he seems like he's saving that Kriegsmeister. And he goes deep and is just taking all the damage. But he did a lot of damage to Penguin. Good cardio, boys. Keeping up that pain. And it's just coming close. And, ooh, that's a bad hit. And there goes his entire sword. It's just down to this Kriegsmeister. And Penguin is taunting him with all the weapons possible. Trying to get him, he lunges forward, and that's no good. It's going to come down. All these matches will come down to fucking 5 out of 5. This is the longest match so far. Good cardio work, boys. I believe it. Oh, wait, no, he has a knife. I apologize. I forgot. I looked away. I forgot he had a knife. And God's good attack trade as usual. And that'll finish out round 1. I apologize for prematurely there. Whew. Good work, you two. All right, this is it. All the marbles between these two very, very, very good fighters. Two very, very talented fighters. The music is kicking in just like last time. I love this song so much. Anyways, as always, Penguin's popping ward right off the bat and is looking for a good opportunity to strike immediately. And oh, so much pain and damage to Goofy right there. That's a tough one to take. Goofy's not having to look for any opportunities to make a comeback. Again, another interesting strike, and the axe trade, an amazing axe trade. In fact, this is the battle of the axe trades, and I would say all around Penguin is winning it. Taunting out that edge breaker just like usual. Goofy is feeling the pain of not having his abilities and doesn't really get much use out of it. And oh, there goes the blade. This is rough. Immediately second wins to get some momentum back in his favor. He's looking around. He's trying to figure out what. I don't know. He's not looking around. He's trying to figure out. He goes deep with the Kriegsmeister. Very, very, very quick play, but gets caught out by the axe. I think he still has the sword secondary. Yeah, he has one of them as well. So Penguin still has to watch out for that threat. He goes in deep and saved by the crust of the shield. Goofy is looking for any opportunities to go for attacks, digging his ground in the sword. Goes for an edge breaker and ouch! All the damage. This could be it for Goofy, but as I mentioned, I said that last time. And oof, another big hit. It is down at this point. He's down to a full sword, a Kriegsmeister, versus Penguin's full health bar and edge breaker. Not a good look, but he has to be careful. Properly waste the Kriegsmeister on it. And waste the edge breaker on the Kriegsmeister. This is it. For all the marbles of this fight, it's all come down to this. Honestly, I don't know how much you guys have been doing your cardio, but frankly, I'm too enthralled to get to carry that much, and I think that might be it. Goofy loses the sword. He has his axe trade. Goofy did amazing work, frankly. He has a knife as well. I forgot about that part. Frankly, that was an amazing match to watch. Both these players did very, very good. I know Goofy is definitely hurt by not getting the W, which is fair, and Penguin is a bit loud, but that was an amazing match for both of you. I hope you guys got some good cardio in there.
I'm sorry, God.
Either way, you're stuck with me. All right, let me get my controller. All right, the fight begins. Viking, we've seen a lot of Vikings so far in this tournament. Viking popping, literally the character Viking. Viking popping ward and immediately getting some good value out of a very jumpy move. Oh no, that's Funky, my bad. Oh, I gotta swap around the things. And a huge hit right there. Huge hit. Hold on. And switch. Okay, alright, and reset. Alright, there we go. Oh. Viking has taken a ton of damage. Giant Viking. Fuck, I gotta differentiate. Giant Viking's taking a ton of damage. Funky is all around managing his resources very, very, very well right now. He's just got to be keep himself very much aware of that weird regeneration rules that he's now stuck with. Viking is popping ward. Giant Viking's popping ward. Looking for ways to get a good strike in. And the most nothing burger trade with a side of nothing fries on the side I've ever seen in my life. All right, fight continues. Testing each other, trying to see. And a big hit for Funky right there. Giant Viking just taking all the damage in the world and is going to have to use that critical parry now. Use ward, try to make it work. And missed. That's not good. That Viking has to really make it work now. Funky is looking for a body tap. He's going to try and find it, and he finds it. Ow. Alright. It's round one. Alright, the fight begins. Viking, I honestly can tell Viking is tired as fuck right now. Funky is one-handing the sword right now and takes a shit ton of damage. Funny number. Takes a shit ton of damage. All right, not a good thing to take against a tyrant, but it's going to make some use out of the edge breaker. It's a very weak edge breaker at the end of the day, and a waste to the axe. God's weakest axe trade in the world. Now he's bringing out the edge breaker, trying to get some balance against it, and his ward is popped, and Giant Viking takes out his own. As he repairs, trying to make some use out of it, and oof. A bit of an evening. That's a pretty good evening mood right there. Funky is evening up the health values again. This fight is all around still what I'd say pretty even, but that's not good. Funky just taking a hit to the chest. And that's gonna
not real.
hurt.
Shield isn't real.
I agree with Funky. Shield is not real.
It's not real.
It's what you guys are seeing on Viking's back right now. The character Viking's back does not exist. It's a psyop. Anyways, fight begins, and big lunge right there, and another set of big hits. Ultimately, Tyrant has such a low health pool that he's got to try to make every single try and use. Sorry, Giant Viking Tyrant has a low health pool. He's gonna make every single use out of it possible. Edge breaker right there. Try to make some solid use out of it. Didn't work the greatest way in the world. And Giant Viking making good use. And ooh, that's a big hit right there for both. Giant Viking still in the lesser receiving end of it. They're both looking for opportunities to get good strikes in. He's still keeping his blade alive. It's incredible. That's gonna be a bit. That could be a big savior in this fight. Is keeping that blade alive. Bringing out the edge breaker, looking for an opportunity. The axes are brought out, and he drops Awaken in the most worst way possible. Brings out second wind. Tries to do for another edge breaker again. While Funky is looking for his own edge breaker, he's gonna get overpowered in that case, and he does. To swap edge breakers, and all around, well, I could say it's a loss for Funky. Honestly, getting that very powerful resource out of Viking's hands for such little cost was frankly for the better. And speaking of for the better, no second win for him. No second win for Funky. I could see him going for it. Funky is gonna have to try to make this one work with just the critical parry, and this could screw him over. Grabs the axe, and the axe, a beautiful axe trade right there, if I do say so myself. And Giant Viking has not been brought to a critical parry point. This is going to be a scary moment for him. He's got to get some good damage. Jumps forward, and a very nice hit. Now they're both stuck at critical parry point. Now while Funky will have the second win, he's got to be careful in how he can use it once he pops critical parry. Either way, Viking is probably going to be looking for a nice big stab or a nice big lunge. And either way, it's just going to come down to 2 blades and 1 regeneration ability between it. Funky is looking for a big hit. If Funky gets hit bad enough, he could lose the entire sword. He has to be careful. And speaking of which, that's going to hurt. The opportunity of when it's a good time to use second wind is going to have to come at a right time. Giant Viking is looking for the opportunity to make it work. Funky's holding that shield up. They're going around each other. And oh my god, he wasted it. Now I'm over here. I'm behind you. Physically in space, I'm behind you, Funky. Anyways, but I like looking at me now. Anyways, but that was rough right there. That was a very, very good matchup. Viking making it work when it seemed like all was lost. I mean, not all was lost. But anyways, Funky, as he does, pops his ward immediately. I've noticed that's a strategy with Viking so far. And a huge hit, a huge lunging attack that instantly shreds about half Viking's health bar. Not looking good. Pops the ward. Not the ward, I apologize. The edge breaker, and immediately stabs him. Man, every single match from this point on is going to come down to a last second, last shot of the wire type fight. Of course it is. The music kicks in that I love so much. Funky pops ward, as always. He's likely going to go for a giant hit. Pulls out the edge breaker, and he gets some a very good amount of cut value out of it. Viking has to see that stuff coming, frankly. We're both waiting. We're trying to make some good use out of it. And, oh, looking for it, and a big hit of damage to Funky. Funky does not like that. Any amount of damage that he can pull off of Viking's blade before his own shatters, I mean, actually the other way around, to be honest, is good. And that's another huge hit. Viking is just picking this blade apart. When you're fighting a tyrant, it's just about any other character. You do not want to be having less health than them in their gauge by like the 5th clash. It's not looking good. And just barely the gauge to stay alive. That might keep him in this fight tangibly. Giant Viking is looking for an edge breaker. He's bringing it out. He has a ward as well. He's trying to keep himself safe, and he wasted on the axe. He should have seen it coming. All those secondaries put into good use. Giant Viking is looking for a good opportunity at this point. He still has the ward. He still has that safety net. He has to be careful. And speaking of careful, very all-around solid damage, although not much of a big break to happen. Either way, Funky's thing is broken, and now he has to look for a good opportunity, and ooh, like there. So Viking's blade is now broken, but now Funky is down to the critical. Is he not down to? No, I think he's down to a critical parry. He's down to a critical parry. It looks like Viking is fishing for a good attack, and the axe is wasted. Weakest axe trade. Giant Viking waiting patiently, and there it goes. All right, critical parry. At this point, Funky has to not fuck up. Frankly, any amount of damage could be warranted of using second wind. That's what killed him last time. Big lunge forward, and that's gonna hurt Viking. He can use second wind now, and he looks like he is. He's bringing it back out. On one hand, it's down to basically the last regeneration abilities, 1 regeneration ability per character, but it's in a much different type of circumstances. Funky loses just a little bit, and he decides he's gonna keep going. That could be a good move, or it could be a bad move. How greedy could he be? And okay, again, not much damage. It's a very, very slow fight. Viking is constantly making Funky ask if it's a good idea to pop the second wind at this point. Looking for a good hit, and again another good hit. He's decided. He's decided. He's taking it out, and now he's gonna use a second wind. His regeneration abilities are gone, and now it's just down to Viking's critical parry, and Viking takes it. Wow. You guys always have good matches. Jesus.
Yeah, playing with the left hand is pretty bad.
Yeah, that seemed like it, but it seemed like you still won.
It doesn't really matter that much, to be honest.
All right, Viking sets up. All right, Funky. He loves his war, doesn't he? Viking using big sword character. Funky losing out in the secondaries is gonna hurt all around. Wait a minute. Okay, no. Right, and Viking's stipulation is the can't use Edgebreaker award. So right, he's got to be losing those strategic value items. We saw how that changed that very long matchup between Penguin and Goofy. Anyways, fight's starting out pretty even, I'd say. It's moving pretty slowly as well. It's progressing, and oh my goodness, he's selling Funky. The Viking having no shield is gonna hurt, which I do count shields as secondaries, even though I know people dispute that. I'm being a bitch on this one. Anyways, Funky taking a huge hit. Giant Viking looking for an opportunity and swirls around, and he's
I'm terrible.
selling. He's selling.
I got a cramp in my leg, bro.
Oh my god, stop getting cramps. I think Funky might be a bit in pain in this one. Either way, he pops ward immediately, which is probably a better idea after what happened last time. I see why he pops ward immediately at this point. Anyways, trying to find a good opportunity to waste it, and it's gone. Nice having the ward. Bring out the Edgebreaker, and he gets swiped. Yeah, that's fair. It happens, man.
Bro, this is so stupid.
Funky, you did good. You did good, Funky. Viking, you have to torture yourself continuously with more tournaments. I hope you like it. Ah, don't be such a pansy. I'm sure it's easy to play Midnight and Broken Edge.
Oh yeah, it's easy to play. It's just
a bit taxing
like
mentally.
playing it is completely. No, not even that.
Fair enough. Big strike there and big hit there.
Did you think I was really dropping?
I'm gonna mute and deafen real quick.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so you can definitely mute if you guys don't want to hear the commentary, because it can definitely be a bit intrusive.
No, I enjoy the casting. I enjoy the yapping. I play this game for the yapping anyway. Oh wait, I can't.
Maso is losing.
Wait,
He's
can't
doing
do that.
badly.
He can't
He's
do that.
absolutely doing awfully. Oh, big hit there. All right. Change the camera around a little bit. Holding that axe up high. I just realized I put the cameras in the wrong place, or the names are in the wrong place. Let me swap those. All right. Anyways.
So he can't Edgebreaker or ward, and
Yep.
I can't use secondaries.
You can't use your secondaries. What a great system. Anyways, all right. Big deep strike
Oh,
there,
that
and
hit that? Okay.
apparently the axe has been wasted. And again, very slow moving fight. Although Maso is looking dangerously low on popping his entire blade health popping out into nothingness. And Penguin's gonna try to make some use out of that. Lunges deep, and both blades break, both forcing second wins. Very, very cool. Very, very interesting.
We're basically at nothing again.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah, because he's got none of those abilities.
Oh, I screwed it up.
Maso did, in fact, as he's prophetically putting it, screwed it up.
I can play this.
He's down to critical parry. Penguin is not, and is looking for a way to get the
I
kill,
got this.
and is lunging forward and gets the
missed.
stab. How could you miss, Maso? He was 3 feet in front of you. How could you miss?
Because it went behind his hand. It went
Wow.
between his hand and his body.
This just in Maso making excuses. Anyways, fight re-begins. And now, ooh, very deep strike already. And again, health is lining up mostly all right, but Maso take a bit of a disadvantage there.
Fighting on their house always
Ooh, a big sword and a big walk forward, and it looks like Penguin got turned around in his room. Frankly, it looked a little bit disoriented. And Edgebreaker comes out, and not much use out of it.
Oh, can he not? Okay, there we go.
He's trying to figure out, and oh, strike to the chest. Even as he gets.
Something weird happened with my tracking.
It looked like it,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Well,
You didn't do anything weird like turn around, so you just started kind of swinging at the side, so...
I was just trying to.
Yeah, I don't think we can really like undo it in this one. But big hits already. But yeah, it's unfortunate. It's a chaos tournament. It's bullshit. Anyways, fight continues. Penguin at about half health and a wasted Edgebreaker from Maso. Just no value out of it. Unless you count.
That's not wasted. It was axe. It would have been axe crit otherwise.
Fair enough. Actually, yeah. Either way.
It hit straight on the head.
I see. You just get better at positioning your blade. Duh. Anyways, Swing the swords around. Wait, trying to get for an opportunity. He's dropped all of his Awaken. Maso dropped all of his Awaken last weekend, and that sword just had nothing in it. Anyways, fucking chill is just swinging their swords around, and again, Maso. Maso, stop dropping goddamn Awaken. Wait, Maso, can't you like? Not, wait, isn't one of your abilities can't not use ward? Wait, hold on. Wait, who had the can't use ward?
No. I can't use secondaries.
Right. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm stupid. All right, going for a deep strike, and he gets it. Pops the axe. Not a great axe trade all around. Maso looking for good ways to get the finishing kill, and oh, that's not good.
Oh,
that's
this is
all
hard.
the damage. All the damage.
This is rough.
Maso at this point is down to critical parry. It's all he's really got left to his name. He's got to make a good use of it if he wants to try to come back this specific match. It doesn't seem very good though, and it's not enough. Penguin taking the lead on the series, and now it's going to come down to this match and the next one if it happens. All right, Maso having a little mini ritual, get himself hyped up, swinging the sword around, jumping forward, and all around not that much. Not that much value. More so took the damage instead of receiving it or giving it. God damn it. Anyways, two swords, and ooh, okay. Again, not very good for Maso. Maso is all around a bit lacking so far when it comes to these trades. Missing out on those secondaries is not great for Samurai, and oof. Critical parry is not wasted. I thought it was wasted for a second. Critical parry was dropped. Now they're both looking for ways to finish it. And ooh, okay. My commentary has been reduced to ooh, okay, because I'm also getting fried by watching Broken Edge for 5 hours. Anyways, this fight continues, and that, you know, honestly, I think I just want this clash. I need to like mentally reset. The fact that their health bar still haven't broken is just impressive at this point. Maso holding up that edge breaker, looking for a good opportunity to strike. He strikes and he missed! He missed and then he went back in again and he got it. Penguin did not have the ability to recalibrate, yeah. Counter and get the strike back. Don't laugh at me, Maso. Anyways, and now it's time for the finale. 2-2. Can they get, who will get the win? Whatever's winning, it's not Maso's health bar because it is just feeling the pain through all these rounds, frankly. But that seems like it's always the case when anyone's fighting Viking. Anyways, or a Viking. Another big hit to the health bar for both players, but Maso is still feeling that pain far more than Penguin is here. Maso's looking at Edgebreaker, trying to beat it out, looking for a good opportunity for it, and breaks 100 damage. That's brutal. Looks like he's congratulating him. Might have taken a little bit too much time trying to get that second wind. Second one's a little bit slow, goes low, and great damage on the sword, but not enough to break it. And then his sword is going to crawl to a nothing point. He grabs out ward, try to get some bit of safety in this. Penguin takes out the shield. He can't. Oh, no, he can't have it. But ooh, there we go. Okay, regeneration abilities are out. Maso is looking with that edge breaker, looking for a deep dive and a deep slash, and it's not enough. He just hits the axe. God's greatest axe trade as usual. Maso is looking for one more way to get in and get a good hit. Penguin is missing out on both that big damage, and that big shield is gonna kill him in the end. Maso gets the W. Ooh.
GG.
We just keep seeing Viking every single time. Viking host is the most common thing so far I think we've seen in this game, but hey, it's got a good song, so I'm happy about it. Anyways, the fight continues, re-begins. Penguin trying to figure out how to play the Viking backwards, and Maso just having to be careful.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
Edge break. God damn it.
Sometimes I feel like
You
he's
can't.
still with us.
I muted myself. You're just gonna have to hear a delay, Maso. You're just gonna have to hear a delay. Maso's gonna have to get the delayed version of it. Haha. Anyways, the fight continues. Looking for a way to get the good hit. Maso swirling the swords around, and a huge 100 damage cut. That's some brutal stuff right there. And that is gonna hurt a lot as his advantage that he built up. Penguin uses the ward, taunting Maso because he can't use the ward. And oh, another huge hit. Penguin doing his best to get everything back into this game as possible. The exhaustion has been just innumerable to him. But oh, and there goes the ward right to the head as well. Maso is trying to poke him around, figure out where to put him, and ooh, big damage right there. But it's still not enough. I just realized, wait, no, it's still not enough. Maso uses regeneration abilities. He's gonna have critical parry available as well, and there goes the health bar. It's not gonna go down to a point. Yeah, it's up to him if he really wants to put the second wind in. Honestly, it's not the worst idea. There goes the axe, and now here comes the shield. And oh, the shield is gone. Speaking of, I mean the center of it's still here, but that shield is tiny. Maso's looking for a dead kill. He's looking to get the hit, and there it is. I keep on finding very unique ways to say saying hit in the head or hit in the body. I keep on trying to find unique ways to say it. Dead kill is fun. Even though that makes really no sense when you think about it. It's murder essentially. Anyways, he gets a murder on him, and he's dead. All right, fight re-begins. Penguin looking for a nice opportunity to strike, and oof, that's a huge chunk of damage. Never want to see that against fighting a Persian. Fighting Persian's always a slog, and taking hits like that is just not going to help your case, but getting hits like that is going to help you get back into it. Penguin's trying to keep himself steady. Viking upside down is a pretty interesting experience, it really looks like. And he goes big for a strike, and Maso drops Awaken and drops the cut, and takes pretty much a full blade's worth of damage. Penguin pops ward, trying to keep himself safe. He's want to be careful with the blade, and there goes the other sword. That was a beautiful axe trade right there. Maso has to use second wind there to keep himself in this fight. Penguin taking out critical parry. I should really be moving the camera just a little bit over. I'm not sure how good I'd say that angle is, frankly. This fight is looking close either way. And now Maso is looking for a good hit. And there goes the blade on him. I think that was the dagger. Not the dagger. That was the smaller blade that got hit, which is quite good for him because that's going to send him to a critical parry point. Penguin was trying to find a way to use his second wind, but he didn't really get a good use out of it. And oh my god, they fumble back and forth, and Penguin gets hit. Ouch. Alright, round 3. This could be it for Penguin, and Maso could take the W right here and send himself to the finale. That's important to remember, by the way. This is the semifinals. We're doing this in such a weird order because we're about to bounce back to round 2 fight right after this is over. But either way, that's a huge hit that Maso just sustained. That happened last time, and he's able to work it back each time. And so Penguin's got to figure out a way to make it work. The exhaustion is getting to probably both of these players in some form. Maso is probably tired as shit and for staying up late, and Penguin is physically tired as shit from having to fight Goofy while constantly spinning and doing jumping jacks. Actually, no, that was Viking Goosenheimer. Well, still doing crazy shit. Anyways, Maso's swirling those blades around. Penguin bringing out the double axes, looking for a good opportunity for an axe trade. A beautiful axe trade. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. We've seen multiple beautiful axe trades this fight. Even if Penguin loses, I think he can contribute to some very pretty axe trades that he's pulled off this turn, this fight. Then we're going to opportunity to strike, and ooh, the ward is out. Penguin pulls out the Edgebreaker, looking for... Oh, that's not good. The Edgebreaker was basically wasted. Maso losing out on those defensive and offensive abilities is hurting, but at the same time, he's slowly working down the HP, which is all Penguin's got left to him, really, besides all those regeneration abilities. Maso just has to be patient, careful, and look for the point to strike, because it could present itself, and stuff like that. Penguin is losing his grip and is having to use second wind already. He's got that second axe. He's trying to find a good use for it. He's trying to look around. That did not look like the swords hit on my end, but neither of them are throwing much of a fit, so I'll call it as whatever. Either way, at this point, they're down to just critical parry points. As far as abilities goes, they're really just down to critical parry because Maso has none of those abilities up top besides that nice circle. And so they're very just working each other's blades down. This is not looking good for Penguin, in my opinion, at least. That shield is going to help out a little bit, but I feel like Maso's going to try to strike for it, as at this point, he has to. He's a little bit of back and forth, and a huge hit for both sides, frankly. 51 damage is a painful thing. Maso is looking for a way to try to make this work. I think he was trying to offer him a little bit of a deal there, but either way, there are no deals in warfare, until there are. Anyways, this fight's getting close, and oh! He strikes over top.
I resign.
It finishes. He resigns. Yeah, I was gonna say. I
It's
heard.
too late. I can't play anymore.
I was gonna say Meso's incredibly tired, and I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I resign.
Meso resigns. He was talking about this in the Discord.
Yeah, I resign.
What? But you just 3-0'd me. That.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't just
but I
do it
resign.
now.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can't. No, understand. Viking, like Penguin. I physically cannot play further than this. So I think you should go
GG's,
play.
I guess.
GG's, that was fun.
That was fun. Yeah. Thank you, Maso. Good. Nice. Maso fought well.
I need to get better with my non-dominant hand.
Just for
Yes,
chaos
and you
tourney.
need- well, I
Just-
can't think of any context in which you would need that other than this. But go get some rest, man. You're gonna need it in the finals.
Damn.
Wait, remember, Ram, you gotta take a free hit. Who's a stock? Okay, they remember. Good. I thought I was gonna forget. Genuinely, I thought they were gonna forget. Okay, anyways, the real fight begins now. Main issue now is just the fact that Ace has gotta deal with the fact that they have a very weird set of regeneration rules, which I keep on using that term to describe this curse, but I don't really know a better way to say it, to be honest, because it is weird. It's a weird set of regeneration rules. That's the best way to say it, in my opinion. Camera-wise, I think both of them have a lot of play space, so it's hard to capture them both constantly. All right, low sword strikes for both, but an even set of trades so far, which I would say is probably not good for Ram's side, just because Persian's not the healthiest character. I gotta move back. Oh my goodness. So mobility focus.
Youch.
Anyways, okay, there we go. That's a bit better. All right, both pop ward at the same time. Both use the ward at the same time. I gotta differentiate the word pop and use it. Oh my goodness, huge damage to both sides, enough to break both blades. But I'd say Ram is definitely the one that's hurting a bit more. And oh my god, that was a waste. The way he brought his blade back out, a waste, an utter waste. And now he's in a bit of an awkward position. Ace has got to figure out how do you Ram is using all of his stuff and it's not working out. That was just a not. Wait, do I own the right players? Yeah, okay, I do. Right, they're set up in the right way. That's what I thought they weren't. 5-hour mark. All right, fight continues and oh wow, Ace just walked into it. Literally, it sounds like he tripped on something. Did he stub his toe? I'm assuming he stubbed his toe because that's the only type of reaction I can imagine from what just happened.
You should
Low strike.
stand up.
Oh, Ace is running away right now. He's using his massive play space, his warehouse industrial size play space, to get an advantage in this fight. And I would say all around, not even damage at all. All around, Ace is feeling a bit more pain. Goes deep and gets a nice cut right there. Person has to be careful with the ability that Ram has. And speaking of Ram, that Ram just took a huge bunch of damage, 100 to the cut, and immediately have to use second wind. And Ace is using critical. Why did I say critical parry? Why am I calling critical parry edge breaker? I'm calling them the wrong things. Oh my god! You can tell this is taking its toll on me. And he's trying to use that trick again, and he doesn't. That trick is just not working. Each time it goes wrong. I don't know why he keeps using it, but he's trying it, and at least that worked a bit better for him.
I almost second winded.
Ace is taking out critical edge, and oh my god, he gets tricked. He gets tricked by Ram, and it's coming down to a classic.
Hey, you're my first guy I neutral tapped.
Hey, neutral tapped him.
Gulp.
Gulp. Anyways, the fight begins. This is fight 5. Goes low. He loves to go low, and a huge bunch of damage. Ace is feeling the pain. This might be where he actually gets to feel his curse, which his curse is pretty disruptive when you get there, but it's quite invisible until then. But he has a nice retaliation towards Ram. Either way, goes low with the Edgebreaker. He drops Edgebreaker, drops all Awaken in the world, and Ram isn't feeling the pain of that one. Risey delivers some damage back. Solid damage, I'd say, but losing half the blade, I'm not sure if that was worth it. He's got to make some good use of the Edgebreaker and that ward, but he has to look for a good time, and there it goes. Good damage all around, and that's going to reduce it to a critical parry. But he has to get used out of that critical parry before he can even think about using second wind. It's not even gonna critical parry at all. And ooh, a very interesting move there, wasting a turn of the ward, probably not intentionally, frankly, trying to go for a more kill shot. And speaking of which, Ram just rushed at him, and it didn't work. They're both taunting each other with the swords now. Ace has the length advantage, going up with the claw and not working. Using his straw, drops down, and Ram tries to make it work, and I think that might be it for him. That last second move was desperation incarnate. But at the end of the day, it's not over for Ram just yet. It's over for Ram. Ram takes the loss on round 1. And Ace takes the W. Okay, put the sword down. All right, there we go. All right, the fight begins mildly awkwardly. Okay, all right. Ram immediately popping ward, trying to keep himself safe with Ronin. Ace taking the advantage, and oh my god, he gets struck immediately. Wow. Wait, Ram, can't you not use... didn't we... Wasn't that Can't Use Edgebreaker Reward?
What?
Wasn't your curse Can't Use Edgebreaker Reward?
Icebreaker award.
Didn't you just pop ward immediately?
I popped ward. Oh my god.
You
that's
did
so
pop ward.
embarrassing.
So
That
yeah,
was
you gotta.
only
So
Edgebreaker.
okay, in that case, because you also here's my input on it. Because you also immediately got a kill from it, I think you should lose 2 lives. Normally you'd only lose 1.
2 lives?
Okay, at least 1. You're at least losing 1 life because
That's
you
not
fucked up your rule. You fucked up the rule, man.
Alright,
Okay.
You do it. Okay, if you can't agree on 1, at least lose. Oh my
no,
goodness.
We're gonna continue this.
Ram.
I'll lose my life after this. I'll lose my life after this.
Oh my god,
I'll
you guys.
lose my life after this.
As I said last time, lose a life. Thank you. Good enough. Okay, fine.
I'll take my
Now
life.
you lose another one.
I think personally, because you immediately got the win there and we didn't notice it, I think you should technically lose another one, as far as like rules go. But I understand that does suck. I do agree. But
Okay, do I just die now?
I think you should. I think just 1 more. I think okay. Now I think we're even at this point. Yeah, you're good. just-
Well, this feels stupid.
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's how it feels
Then
sometimes.
again, yeah.
Hey, it's not over yet. I mean, literally, it's not over yet. You got this, Ram. You're just gonna lock the fuck in and
Alright.
don't use ward or Edgebreaker. Anyways, fight continues. Ace is trying to do everything he can with that non-dominant hand, and it's pretty effective. Roughly even set of strikes, which is all around not great for Ram, just since Tyrant's got such a weak health pool, similar to Persian. And ooh, again, all right, solid, good, not much at all. Ace taunting him with the Edgebreaker. He's trying to make some use of it. Looking at the Edgebreaker, goes high and doesn't really get the kill shot, but does get a great sword shot in its stead place. Ram is looking for a good opportunity to strike. Ace is fucking moving around like a motherfucker, and a huge hit there. Ace is really feeling the pain on that one. Ace's Wi-Fi is shitting the bed. Both of his hands have disconnected. The game is colluding with Ram to kill himself. You guys, yeah, tap him away, I suppose, with 1 hand. Tap him away, lad. Nice work. Okay, you don't need to do any. Okay, you don't need to do it. Okay, fine. All right. Wow. Okay, your greed sickens me. All right, fight continues
Where
with
am I?
better, hopefully better internet connections.
And I can't awaken now.
Awesome. This is his host. Oh no, he's awakening. Lies. Solid hit there from the definitely not laggy at all Ace. Ram grabbing out a second wind as soon as he can. Has to be careful with his Edgebreaker and ward and not use them. And he goes to the chest. Beautiful hit.
He just chinchilled me.
He didn't chill with him. I agree. Ace is running around his industrial warehouse level play space, wondering what to do with himself after that loss.
Got chinchilla twisted.
We'll call it that. Yeah, sure. All right, it's down to 5-5, and it's gonna be close.
It's Rami's move. It's
That's
Rami's move.
so
He
much
named it that.
damage.
Hello?
Oh no. The lag is getting to both. The lag is definitely getting to Ace. It seems like Ace immediately losing so many abilities. Oh my God, he's choking. Ace is choking. He's choking for the content. Thank you, Ace. Either that or he's genuinely not able to see things. That's very possible, frankly. I think he thinks he's holding a sword out. He wasn't, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell. All right, 1 more time with the Edgebreaker. If Ram gets hit by this, then that would be really funny. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it.
I dropped all my awakening first thing.
It seems like he did, in fact, yeah. All right, jumps forward and oof. It's a bunch of big hits. Looking for a good opportunity to strike, and we're going to round 3. Ram's Wi-Fi just literally killing him. For a finale of our third. I will say, by the way, fun fact, this is the 3rd match. This is the last round of the 3rd to last match. I'm really bad at saying that. Either way, there's only 2 more matches after this. All right. They're getting their stuff set up, and the fight begins. No ability is going to be very, very interesting, and Ace is going to have to figure out how to work without tracking in some sense, and also the upside down duelist, which seems to people seem to be figuring that one out, kind of. Either way, taking the sword, and okay. That was a big
by no
opening hit.
abilities, you mean like I can't hit him, or you know,
What?
I just can't like use it on him, right?
Technically, yeah. They can't hear me because I muted myself and I can't
you there?
unmute myself.
Fox Ross.
I can't unmute myself. They'll hear it. I
Alright,
can't.
response to me?
They can't hear me. I can't turn my mic back on. I'm sorry to both of them. But essentially, I mean, I think it's just a bad idea to try to even bait out the ability. You could technically quote-unquote use it, but yeah, like that. But you don't want to get a hit with it because that instantly counts as a loss. Alright, I said that I had some faith that they'd be able to police themselves.
No abilities is gonna be tough.
Yeah. Oh, oh wow, he lost his sword. Wow. Yeah, that is rough actually. Yeah. Forgot how fast that can happen. He just takes round 1. Let's say critical parry is all good, but I think they're aware of that at this point. Alright, fight re-begins. Taking their abilities. Jumps forward, Ace jumps forward and gets a pretty bad hit on themselves actually. That's a better angle, I think. Alright, looking around, trying to figure out what to do. He's back and forth, back and forth. Hit that. Didn't really look like it happened, and oh my god, all the awaken damage to Ram. Poor Ram taking all the awaken. A huge dive down and negated by the little dagger. Very good work.
Hey, isn't that game breaking? Technically, it's the secondary.
Oh my god, yeah. Did it hit the secondary on the thing? Also, I thought Ram's was can't use secondaries.
You can't use yours. I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Ram's
What do
thing.
you mean? You can use yours, but I can't use mine.
Yeah.
My controllers are upside down.
Controls upside down. I think Ram's a bit tired, frankly. I wouldn't be surprised. I think we're all tired. Let's
Don't
be
ask
really.
why I'm in this position. It's because charging my headset.
Maybe, yeah. I feel bad. Oh my god, never mind.
I
Nice.
lied to you, by the way, but I am charging it.
Deception and trickery is afoot in this tournament.
Hello.
I'm glad. I'm glad that this tournament has turned into something like that. Alright. It's continuing. Big strike there. And by big strike, I mean about a grand total of, what was that, 16 damage between both players? I'm a great commentator. Alright. Yeah, that's a pretty big hit right there, though, to both parties. Both parties take a big bunch of damage. Ram is once again assuming the fetal position, making his opponent think, making Ace think that he's vulnerable when he's not. And Ram takes the W
Alright, GG.
and moves on
Wait.
to go immediately to another fight because that's technically what has to happen now. We have degenerated to the lowest possible point that we can all be. The 6 hours is too much.
So we're encumbered by rain. We're encumbered. So we're encumbered.
Guys, I think Viking has lost it. I'll be honest here. I think Vikings lost it. I don't know how I don't know how I commentate this, frankly, because
Yo, you're butt, bro. You
Both-
listen to our first blade.
honest,
I am.
I think the entertainment's gonna come from just them talking. So I think I'll just let them talk.
So, brother, I have 100 awaken max. You're butt.
Yeah, I know. I drop all the time.
Oh, I'm butt. I'm never playing the game
Amazing
again.
whiff.
See you guys later. Uninstalled.
This is just like the natural conclusion of 6 hours of strapping a headset to your face. This is you lobotomize yourself.
No, definitely not.
Look, I can't commentate this.
He told me to, freaking idiot. Oh, interesting maneuver, your butt. I don't know who this guy is either. Sorry,
I don't know who I am either.
You know, after all this stuff that's happened,
So-
the Chaos Tournament ending in a completely incomprehensible match, I think is really for the best, honestly.
It's the Chaos Tournament.
Yeah. Fun fact, actually, I was thinking about this. I feel bad. I feel like I remember Jester ended up winning 2 of my big events. And I never gave him. I should have advocated for him getting a special rule.
Silver diamond, I'm leaving the lobby. See you guys later. See
We
you later.
are in platinum.
Anyways, hello, Giantviking. We're seeing it from his perspective.
Give me the fuck around.
Yep, Viking, you gotta take a free death. Awesome. All right, the fight begins. The real finale begins.
Nenufar, in December, we shall rise.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
I really shouldn't have let either of these 2 players into this tournament. Frankly, that was my biggest mistake. And then let them fight against each other. That was it. I feel like I'm really glad I'm not like really trying to become much of a, like a Twitch person. I feel like my account would have been banned by like the third stream. Either for one of you guys saying something like absolutely abhorrent or just like something really stupid happening, and one of the two. Big hit there. My last attempt to commentate. Nice hit there from Penguin. Penguin taking out Edgebreaker. Viking verbally taunting Penguin. Verbally taunting Penguin. Penguin agreeing. Interesting strategy. Both using.
Shut your boomaclaw ass up, bro.
Boom.
Viking. Yeah, hey, you're the one talking, Viking, saying you just broke your blade. Your blade just got broke.
I say,
Sam will use that between on God, twin. Like, bro, stop playing with me, bro. Too many words. I did too many words.
I really wish I made like a proper. I should make an announcement saying, "Hey guys, finale's happening now." I should do that.
Yo, you're copper. They want to win ranks come out.
dude,
Bro.
I
You
forget
copper.
platinum. The frick you talking about, boy?
Yeah, you actually sound like Goger, bro.
Coker. Boy, you're the barmaid.
You're terrible, my boy. Uninstall for me real quick.
Okay, bro, I'm going, bro. Give me a second.
I do want Viking to win because I want more content. I want this to come down to it.
On God, you're
Viking, I do need you to win for content's sakes.
Nuh-uh.
for content.
Then
Yeah,
it's,
for the-
it's gonna be the same thing that we've been always doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be funny.
It's not. But there's like 2 people on Earth watching this right now.
Let's check. I think you might be correct, frankly. 7. Correction, 7. Add 5 more.
Cream of mushrooms.
Don't worry though. The VOD will be funny at the very
Watching
least.
This, bro. This is a snooze fest and a half.
This is a funny fest and a half. I'm definitely gonna. I can't wait to edit this when this is.
Body time with my eyes closed, bro.
I'm in copper,
blinked
bro.
and ate a
I
piece of
keep
pizza.
telling you, bro.
Cookies and pizza for you, my boy. You're there.
Pizza, bro.
Watch this. Body
Okay.
tap, body tap.
Nah.
Alright. So we in cop. Why are we running at the start of the game? We're terrible, bro.
I don't know.
Because you Edgebreaker, boy. What the frick you talking about?
You're terrible, my boy.
Boy! We're one-handing this bitch.
Oh, Viking, stop selling! Viking, you're selling!
Selling, what are you talking about, bro?
You just mortgaged your fucking household. Stop selling.
This guy's 8 years old, Box Ross, and you have a lip.
Am I?
Stop selling. Stop selling that.
Nuh-uh.
Again, how do I commentate this?
You don't.
Just take it, bro. Just take it. Bro. I'm giving it to you, man.
You know, we've had some great matches. We had some like incredibly tense fights. You know, Goofy versus Penguin, that was an amazing one. Those were just like very well fights. Yeah, Maso versus Penguin was pretty good too. And then it ends in this. It ends with the two biggest.
Tournament, first and 3. Angry Penguin. Come get your autographs right here.
And the finale ends with 2 dumbasses screaming TikTok memes at each other in the highest pitched voice imaginable.
What's 1 plus 1? 15, bro. What are you talking about? Don't play with me, boy.
I don't think I could have asked for a better end of the chaos turn. Genuinely, I don't think I could have asked for a better end of it.
Alright, lock in.
Yeah, Viking, I do want you to lock in though for the content. You know, I want more content. Penguin, also, I'll be nice to you if you die. Yeah, he definitely took that offer. I think they both muted up, which is actually good. I can actually, now he's dribbling on him. He's dribbling on him. Now he's taking the sword out. I can do some commentary now. All right, big hits there. Feels weird to be back. Viking is emulating different ways. I think, I'm not exactly sure what he's saying, to be honest. Big lunge there. Penguin gets a huge hit. Both of them take huge hits to each other, frankly. And Penguin is going to have to use that second wind. Both second winds coming out. Ward is up and ouch. That was a horrible, horrible move by Viking. Absolute abysmal dog shit. Anyways, Viking's got this. It's going to have that
Box
broken
Ross,
edge.
say grenade really fast, Box Ross.
I don't want to say it. I think you're just gonna. I think
Say grenade really.
you're just gonna trick me. I'll be honest here. I just don't trust you. I just think you're
Say
tricking
grenade
me.
really fast.
I just don't trust
Say
you.
grenade
You know,
really,
there's a
really,
lack of
really,
trust
really,
in this
really
friendship.
fast.
You know, and whatever this.
Say grenade really fast.
What's
I'm not
friendship?
doing that. Thank you,
Say-
Viking.
Yo, you're
Hey guys, one more match.
so
bud,
we're in
bro. Get out of my game.
One
See
more
that
match,
way,
guys.
bud.
With me losing complete control of this tournament, which really rounds out. Actually, yeah, no, there really is no better way to. There really is no better way to finish off the chaos tournament
Didn't do nothing. All
Then-
the allegations were false.
than just let them be.
Sendai.
I've lost all power. It's over for me.
Sendai, who? You're terrible. Uninstall the game. Mutai, kutai, mutai,
We're-
my tota.
Okay, we're on copper.
We're in the depths of copper, Angry Penguin. Just let
Is
you
this
know.
even being streamed yet?
Yes.
Is this even being streamed?
Yes, this whole thing's been streamed and they can't hear me.
Umatai? You're terrible.
I think
Yes, I know, but I'm trying to body tap myself.
Feather from the night sky. You're terrible.
No.
Boy, what was that? Half health. Oh, there you go.
me win the lobotomy. Genuinely, me win the lobotomy. 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 Me win the lobotomy.
Muay Thai. Awesome Muay Thai.
Pull all the content out as much as possible.
Saber-tooth tiger.
You know, I just don't have anything anymore. I have no energy. I've got no juice left. I've watched 6 hours of Broken Edge matches. I gotta get this all into a clip and upload it later, or I'm gonna edit it later, so I can condense it all down to a much nicer format.
Saber-tooth tiger.
Nah.
My God.
Muay Thai. Muay.
They're gonna drag this out as much as possible, aren't they? I lost control. It's over. I wonder what Twitch chat's saying. Let me put that in this controller and pick up this controller. I don't even want to watch anymore. I know I do want to watch, but what are you guys saying? You guys have never seen a V4? Oh, we're seeing a V4. One day. I think it just depends, you know? Playing in the plains.
Wait, should I be
Hi.
moving too?
Oh God.
Oh, my headset.
Hello. I'm looking at the. I
Wait,
actually able to look at the
let's
Twitch
do
chat now.
Let's do the, wait, don't kill me, don't
Please,
kill me.
just let them
Put away
finish
your
this.
sword.
Okay, bro.
Okay, they got an agreement.
So you wanna do the invisibility glitch?
Oh, fucking glitching the game right now.
Put your hands out like this. Yep, like you're doing a ward, right? Like you're doing this. And then no, keep your hands down like this. Keep your hands down like this. And then you're gonna want to fling your head back really, really fast to where it glitches your character and you go invisible. So like, alright, ready? No, like faster. Like really. Alright.
They're gonna fly your headset off. What are you?
No. You gotta like.
This is
full on turbulence.
this is gaslighting. This is
Like
some.
really hard. No.
I can't even stop it.
You stupid you idiot. Give me that win. Give me oh no, you got a shield. Yeah, fix that setup. Give me that win. You're terrible. Uninstall the video game. You're not a knower.
Did he make him break his?
Terrible.
That's how it ends. I can't even step in and stop it. I feel this is genuinely a nightmare, and that's how it ends. Viking fucking crippling penguin.
Enjoy the broken headset.
Yeah. Why? Okay. That's it. I'm done. Alright guys, I'm gonna be retiring forever. Never do another tournament. Now this was great. Cumbersome, but great. I want to do more. Maybe. But God, it's over. Okay. I'll see you guys. I'll get this all uploaded. I'll see you guys